What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joey with his beautiful and Jewish co-host Lisa Ayat.
Shalom.
Looking beautiful on a Tuesday morning. What's happening?
I've been good. I've been missing the Netanyahu minute. You've slowed down a little bit on that.
Listen, man,
did someone get to you?
information's coming in very cloudy. I don't want to say stuff, and then people saying Joey's putting out misinformation.
Can you imagine if you were like, what is that called? Where like you're a plant for Israel?
I don't fucking
You're
know.
an industry plant for Israel?
Yeah, no, I'm not an industry plant for nobody. I'm just a fucking guy trying to get it together. You know what I'm saying? I'm old. I'm just trying to do some stand-up. I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. I was telling you on the way in here, I had a situation last week with a fucking friend of mine. I like to say dear friend of mine, but I feel bad because she called, and I could see that it was a setup for something, and then finally the clouds parted and showed me the true color of the sky. She's like, can you come over here for my birthday and buy dinner? Like, that was the last fucking thing. And I just felt like, like I was telling these guys, if I see you every day and you're like, come over and buy me dinner for my birthday or come over for my birthday dinner, I'll go over there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I haven't seen this person in 2 or 3 months.
Dude,
2 months tops.
I can't, I don't get angry at a lot of people. There's a big difference between come over for my birthday and come over and buy me dinner for my. I hate more than anything people assuming that you're going to do something for them. I'm a generous. You're very generous. I'm not as generous as you, but I would buy a friend something just because I wanted to. For anyone who would ask me for that, I don't think would be my friend. To be very honest,
No, it was just.
That's a terrible thing to ask somebody.
They're fucking wacky. They have certain expectations and stuff, but it was one of the wacky. And I didn't even get mad about it until like Tuesday.
Because you didn't realize what she had said to you.
I didn't even think about it. Like, I have so much going on in my coconut that I just realized on the drive now, a week later, that fucking this is what went down. I'm like, that was the weirdest, because I never heard from her again. What a coincidence that you don't call the next day and go, hey, I'm sorry how that came off.
Right.
I was just goofing with you. Blah, 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 blah. No, never again. That's why it proved to me that that's what they called for you to just to go buy a dinner and make believe you're their friend for life and
those
take
people,
pictures and balloons and shit.
She didn't buy you dinner for your birthday.
I didn't even see it for my birthday.
Right, exactly. Like, that's such a fucking bullshit thing to ask somebody.
I didn't even hear from her on my birthday, I don't think. But I'm the type of guy, I don't worry about that shit.
Right, of course you don't.
Listen, people have lives. How many times have you sat there and it's 11:30 at night and you're watching the news or you're about to watch, after the news, and that guy that always comes on, hi, it's Wednesday, April 30th, and you're like, April 30th? That's a familiar fucking date. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, shit. That's my best friend's birthday. But you've been so busy all day. Now what are you going to do? Pick up the phone at 12:30 and call him? No, you got to call him the next day and go, dog, how long we been friends? I'm sorry. So if you don't think that happens in my world, it happens. Well, people call me a week later and go, dog, I didn't even realize it was your birthday. You think I sit there and hang up on them?
No.
You think, listen, life is so fast and quick. Life is fast and fucking quick, man. And after a certain age, you're like, I don't even worry about birthdays.
Bro,
you got a kid, you know what I'm saying? But your friends, you just call them up and say happy birthday. You put it on the Facebook page,
Right.
Happy birthday with explosions or whatever the fuck they put on there, That's my deed for the day. I go on Facebook in the morning, somebody's birthday, I fucking send them a happy birthday.
That's
and
more
sitting
than
there
anything.
going, what the fuck? This guy, how come he said, I grew up with you. You fed me once. Something happened that just propelled me to fucking happy birthday to death.
And that should be more than enough. Like, dude, I can't tell. I'm a weird person, I guess, but I'm busy. And for my birthday, what I love more than anything is to not have to do anything. Is to just stay home and get like something I want to eat and not have to do shit like that. To have like a birthday month and they have like 8 activities planned.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that shit. I have people who celebrate that birthday. Let's say their birthday's on Thursday. They start Wednesday night. Then they go straight to Sunday. And Sunday's like the big day. And you're like, you're not going to get me on that day. You got 1 day out of me. I'm not doing 4 days a year because it's your fucking goofy birthday.
No.
It's one fucking day. unless you got a pound to blow. Then we go till we go. You know what I'm saying? Then we go till we go. But I'm not going to sit there and listen, man. Some people are really weird about their birthday.
Right.
And everybody loves having those birthday dinners. And the problem with those birthday dinners is that 10 to 12 people show up. And then it's a fucking challenge when the check comes. It's a challenge. The people who are like, well, I had 2 drinks at $12.95. Well, bitch, there's a thing called tax and tip. Okay, so it's $12.95. That's $26 right there. I expect to see a 40 out of you. Without even hesitation. You bring out the crowd. That's the thing that kills me. That's why I don't get involved in those. That's why when I go to those, I make sure I pick up the tab. Because I don't want to sit there when Jeopardy happens. And they pass it to each other. And and then they put the calculator. Listen, either take the card out or don't put the fucking calculator out. You're fucking embarrassing me.
Oh, it's the worst.
Just put the fucking card out. So if you go to dinner with 12 people, at 100 a shot, 3 of them got to be alkies. Right? 3 or 4 of them out of 12 got to be, they're sneaking drinks, $16 martinis, trying to get one on you. Now you got, that's $1,200 plus, that's $1,600.
Right.
I can't cover. I'll tell you all to suck my dick. $1,600.
No, fuck
600, 500. I'll cover on the American Express. Tell my wife a lie and fucking But that shit of 12 people, I don't go to those.
No.
Once it's more than 4 people, I don't want to. Because once the check comes, everybody, I don't know what happened. They start talking about the past, the future. I gave you a gift last year. I gave you a pet elephant. Listen. That was last year, motherfucker. The tab just came. And right now, I saw you over there having a good time drinking Zombos and fucking, eating everybody's food and shit. And now the check comes. And those people who show up to your birthday thing and they're like, I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to eat. I'm not hungry. I've been on dieting lately. I've been fasting. Wait till that first fucking Chinese spare rib comes.
I'll just have one.
And then they have one. Then they have a piece of egg roll. Then your fat sister can't finish the lo mein. Fat people always get lo mein. It was
we really do.
They love lo mein, fat people. The fucking bag of fucking spaghetti. And then, then the check comes and nobody knows nothing. Then she sits there. I just drank water. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You ate half the fucking check here in cat little morsels. And just come. You came. Throw at least $50 in.
And it's always, have you ever had this where like they act like they're a big baller and then comes time to tip? Like I was just out to dinner with somebody and it was like a $200 tab and he was like, he wanted to leave $20 for the tip. And it took me a minute and I was like, hold on. He's like, that's enough. And he's like, it's in cash. They're going to love it. And I was like, wait a second. That's like 10 per. You can't. And I don't know the server, but like I would feel so terrible doing that. Like I was just in a hotel and that episode of The Sopranos was on where that server came out talking shit to Chris and Paulie, I think, and they hit him in the head with the brick and killed him.
Yeah.
And that, like, dude, I can't imagine. I as a server, I'd want to yell at people, and I never did. And I can't, like, the people who under tip piss me off just as much as those people.
Listen, I was never a server. And if you know anything about me, people under tip piss the shit out of me, yo.
Oh, yeah. It's like the worst thing a person
I always
can do.
eat an extra tip. Like if I go out with 2 or 3 families and one of them decides to, I go, you know what? I pulled the chick aside, especially if there's kids at the table.
Oh, yeah.
If there's kids at my table, I'll always tip heavy and I'll pull her aside. Not the fucking busboy, because that shit will go back to Ecuador, whoever the fuck. You know what's crazy about those migrants? They really like their little backpacks, don't they? They're like half retarded. You always see them with their little fucking backpacks. I just saw like 10 of them. And they all got that military hairdo. Like, I don't know who cuts that. It's not even a Flowbee. It's something else because there's a Flowbee Unleashed or some shit. It's like go straight up this way. But all of them are like half momos with these fucking backpacks. I don't get it. I can't. You put a backpack on. I can't put a backpack on.
What do you mean you can't put a backpack on?
Fuck, you like such a retard. Well, when I see somebody with a backpack, that kid, I would have mugged him in high school, or even now I'd mug him, just for general purposes.
What do you do with your shit?
If you got to carry that much shit, then you need a new life. Where the fuck are you going with all that shit?
They're looking for new lives. That's all they fucking have.
Where the fuck are you going? They got those bags, and it's like they're in the Marines, and they're walking down, 8th Avenue. Where are you going? Where the fuck are you going with that military bag? I'm just curious. Where the fuck are you going?
Yeah.
What's in that fucking thing?
Supplies?
What kind of supplies? A computer. Okay.
A computer? Well, for me or for, because I love a backpack.
Yeah, I could tell. But you see me, I've had a backpack for years. I put something in it and I carry it like a man. I'm not put it on my back like fucking
But
Agent
that's why
Orange.
you have it. You flew to Texas and all you had was, I think all you had was your sleep apnea machine as your carry-on. Like you didn't have and headphones.
And headphones.
What if you don't like carrying a sweater?
It's on me. It's on my
charger.
body. It's in my sleep apnea bag.
Now, what about, because I've never had, knock on wood, but like, what if they lost your bag and you don't have shit? You don't worry about that?
Listen, I always got weed on me. Just in case
I was
the
worried about
luggage
clothes or
gets there.
a
Fuck
toothbrush.
clothes. We can always buy clothes. You can't get the weed we're flying. You know what I'm saying? You can't smoke that weed. So there's always weed. There's always edibles in that bag. And that goes right through security. They don't even stop me.
No.
I put the weed in my sneakers now. They don't give a fuck.
Well, dude, we just had the DEA guy on. He said they don't give a shit about anything,
No.
which is crazy.
But they do. They do, but they don't. You're not going to go through the airport with a pound of weed on your shoulder.
Right.
But you got to hide it a little bit, dope it up, not let it stink. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's weed in my bag. So if the weed gets there, the only thing I need from that bag is a hose. I could borrow one of those. I get one from Amazon, delivered to the hotel in 8 hours.
Oh, what, for the sleep apnea machine?
Yeah, so the only thing I don't put in there is my hose. But everything else is in there. Computer, glasses, wallet, nicotine gum, even for a day, just in case. Dog, I'm hip. Sometimes you get to the airport and they tell you got a 9-hour delay. What are you going to sit there like a fucking Momo? Nah, now you go back to the hotel room. Right across the street. Go right back. Listen. And on the way back, you got no gel, you buy a hat. I got like 3 hats from places that I wouldn't even put a hat on. I just went to the airport, I doped it up before it pops back up, the monkey spit wears off. I put a fucking hat on there and that's it. I'm looking good. You know what I'm
I
saying?
really don't have that problem. But I can't find a hat that fits my head.
No, look at it. Look at the size of that fucking
It
thing.
never, and I bought a hat recently and I like it, but I feel like such a douchebag.
Oh, that little Puerto Rican hat?
Yeah.
Keep wearing it.
It's like an
You're
old
like a
Jewish
fucking
man's
faggot.
hat. What am I'm
You're
trying
like a fucking faggot on roller skates. All you need is roller skates.
Dude, can you imagine me on roller skates in New York City? I would die
Put that
immediately.
hat on? Oh, you make $10,000 in the morning.
Well, how?
Renting that asshole on roller skates. Because there's nothing more than a fag will like to fuck you in the ass while you're on roller skates. You give him some roller skates and he's behind you. He's fucking in the ass of Saturday Night Fever.
Just on the way to work?
Tremendous, staying alive up the ass. You could be doing that fucking thing. What do those people do in the Olympics? With the skates and shit?
Oh, the synchronized skating or
Yeah,
something?
staying alive. And he's just fucking with got a whistle, a Judas Priest hat. Forget about it. Who's better than Lee with roller skates? I would pay to see 2 faggots fucking on roller skates.
Yeah, I think
If
so.
you think this episode ain't gonna get 18 and under,
fuck
it's
'em
all
now.
over already.
Over on. Oh my god.
Listen, guys, if you're sick of this 18 and under shit, just go to Spotify and Apple. We're trying our best, but obviously it's not working no more. They want to put us on 18 and under. We don't even smoke pot on the fucking show. We don't even play music. We've taken away so many fucking things because, it's a shame.
It's crazy how far YouTube has fallen.
So you could use music on Spotify if you subscribe to Spotify.
Yeah.
You could use their music on a podcast or something.
Yeah.
There's something weird. So, can we stream on Spotify or fucking do anything?
We can put video on there. I don't think they do live streaming
because
yet.
this is, you can't say what's in your heart no more. And I'm not going to sit here and amendments and, the freedom of speech. That's bullshit, okay? That's bullshit in my fucking world. That's for comics that want to just make something up. We're Avengers. Yeah, okay, good. You haven't paid your taxes in 3 years, but you're trying to fucking normalize life by fucking saying some fucking amendment or some rule. I don't even know what the fucking thing is.
But dude, it's like, because think about it. When we started podcasting,
We were
whatever it
lighting each
was.
other on fire, farting.
Oh my
fucking-
god.
We were doing everything, and then something happened. And listen, this is what it is now. I'm not mad at YouTube. They went corporate, rules tightened up, and this is the way it's going to be.
It is, but it's also like because I don't know if you knew this. YouTube right now is the number one it's the number one place in the world where people watch and listen to podcasts. And the reason why people love podcasts is because of the hosts. They have a relationship with them. And podcasts like ours started like that. We're the reason why YouTube is up so high. I mean, yeah, a lot of it, and then for them to like be so short-sighted. Like, yeah, I understand if you want them to be 18 plus, but don't hide us. Don't not tell people that we put up a video. We're not even doing anything that crazy. We're not, like, it's so wild where things have gone.
And then, you know, what the consumer doesn't understand is they watch an old podcast and they watch one of these and they go, these guys changed. We didn't change. We didn't change. Just the rules changed. We're still crazy. You know, if there was no foul, no harm, no foul, guys, I'd have a 3-foot bong in here. I got one somewhere. I got the power one. Don't we have the power one with the fucking hoses and shit?
Oh, shit.
You know, I mean, this is it. You know, don't you think I like to talk about music? We had Dean on. We didn't even talk about music. Couldn't even put it on.
Yeah.
That's not us. It's not that we're lame. It's the rules that they... Listen, I spoke to my friend who has the highest podcast in the world, and they 18 him over when they see Pot Smoke.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, guys, this is the business. We have to find a platform. We could go nuts or maybe put one up like that once a week somewhere. We could just go nuts and, you know, naked women and whatever the fuck. You know, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to get some naked women in here. I want to get a guy and a girl on roller skate dancing and fucking jumping around. You know me, dog. I'm a freedom fighter. But this is bullshit.
And it is like you know what? Maybe we should put it up on Pornhub. Because Pornhub doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah, but nobody wants to see me and you on Pornhub. You know, not even,
can you imagine how disappointed they'd be?
You get home drunk, you're looking to jerk off, you pop up a site, and all of a sudden that fucking headless head.
My big head's right there.
Forget about it. Take that hat and light it on fire when it's in your head. That's it. Next time you promote a date.
Why do I want it to be on my head when it's on fire?
Because that's the best thing you could do. Like, you're sitting there, you have like a control in your hand, and you just and light it up a little bit and watch the smoke come out. People will fucking love it, Lee.
Yeah, but my head will turn on fire.
Who gives a fuck? You have no hair. If you had hair, then you don't want your head on fire.
Yeah, but if I had hair, then it would hide the burns.
You get spots once a month from something. This summer, you'll get something. You got to go to a jacuzzi. The girl's going to take you somewhere. You're going to get the fucking dead eye again.
I haven't gotten I haven't been in a jacuzzi probably since then. And the other spots. Dude, if I don't wash my face like 3 times a day, I'm fucked.
I don't know. You should be washing your face 3-4 times a day.
No, but with like I bought like special shit.
Yeah, me too. You have to.
It's I never had to do that.
And a fucking
it's not
towel,
soap.
Hand soap. And you scrub that dead skin off your face and let the new fucking face revitalize. God damn it! I don't even go with the loofah no more. That's a ripoff. That's for white people. Fuck no. I get fucking shit that's coarse. And that's how I make my asshole one. I cut that in half and put it on a stick, and you rub your little muffler, get that gunpowder out from around the side.
You really need to start selling that. The asshole cleaner that you have.
I'm trying to patent it, so relax. Don't give the fucking cat.
I apologize.
I don't want the cat to get out of the bag here, but I get that hard. I've always loved those hard towels. And you scrub, and you
like SOS pads? What are you talking about?
No. SOS pads, what you scrub your fucking balls with after a long night in Vegas. No. I'm talking about the hand towels. Okay. There's some that are very soft, and there's some that are coarse, like a little coarser.
You like hard ones?
I like, because you want to get that dead skin off. That's what you're opting for. You want to exfoliate your legs. All that skin comes off. All that dead skin comes off. So you want to, like my ears. Some girl tells me that my ears are very shiny. I love that when people tell you your ears are shiny. That means you're fucking getting in there with that cloth, and you're scrubbing it, and it gives you a nice little shine. Then you put some cream on there.
I had no, dude. Do you ever have a girl or a woman like wash you in the shower? It was one of the weirdest.
It's very nice.
It was nice, but it was one of the weirdest things over the summer when I was in Indiana. This girl I was hooking up with just like decided that she was like, and she loofed me hard. Like it was.
Yeah, because she wanted to get the dead Jew germs off you and shit. That bitch is smart. When a bitch washes you, it's because she knows you're a filthy motherfucker. And she wants to make sure that asshole and those balls are clean before she puts her beautiful mouth on them.
But no, it was after sex.
The what?
It was after sex.
That's right. She doesn't want you to take her odor with her like a cat.
Oh my God. That was wild. I never had anybody do that before.
It's tremendous. When a woman bathes you, you just sit there. But by the time they go to bathe your knees, you get a hard on. It's all over. You know what I'm saying? They never get to your feet, those women. They never get under your knees. Once they bend over, you see the head in the area. Your dick just gradually stands up like a Ouija board, like one of those fucking Indian sticks. You know, what are you going to do? And then it's all over. They never get to do your feet. Anyway, back to the migrants with the backpacks.
Okay.
What the fuck? Why do they have backpacks? Can somebody please fix this microphone? No, don't get up. It's just a joke. I don't want to talk about the migrants with backpacks either. I don't know what they carry in those things. They brought those from Mexico.
They must have some food in there, you would think. Like, they could probably set up a taco stand pretty quickly.
Anyway. They can set up. They have no knives. There's no pots and pans.
They definitely have knives.
No, well, they're Spanish. They definitely have some type of knife. But I don't see a frying pan.
Yeah, you're right. It's sort of like Oregon Trail. Right. You don't see that?
Yeah, no. They're not going camping, these people. They're not campers. Well, they live in the mountains, these poor people.
Fuck.
They jump through rivers and mountains and shit. But they should be the real CrossFitters, those motherfuckers.
Oh, you're gonna start a whole new fitness trend of just send white people to cross over the Mexican border.
What a great idea, the migrant worker. 7 and 9 every day. You climb hills. You jump out of a burning building. You run away from fucking coyotes. You run away from more Mexican people. They chase you in Central Park. That's got to be good. They throw you in a mud bud. You got to see if every time you see a green truck, you got to dive on the floor and shit and do a burpee. Every time you see an immigrant truck, you got to do a burpee. That's a good idea, guys. Don't be stealing my idea, immigrant fitness. That shit is on fire. That's it, workout. That's everything.
Yeah, you could have George Perez be the trainer.
That's right. You have to run the fucking hills with the backpack.
Right.
Come on, dog. I'm always thinking. Thank God I smoke weed. I'm always.
You could have one for each country. Could have a different workout. If you think about it, the Cubans could have swimming.
Migrant Olympics.
The Migrant Olympics.
Oh my God, that's even better. And those Hondurans in that jail, they just go to live or die. It's like a Spanish Squid Game for those fucking. They just sit there all day with They just sit there all day with underwear and tattoos and hugging each other. You see that? You see those poor little fucking people in that jail? They just sit there, 50 fucking Mexicans sniffing each other's farts with their legs open in between each other. That's demoralizing.
Yeah,
that system is meant to break you, motherfucker.
And dude, have you seen
that system is meant to break? It's like a Cuban jail, no clothes on. You want to shit in that hole in the floor. Paper, toilet paper, good luck. That's why those 2 hands are for.
Oh my God, are you serious?
And Moro, fuck yeah, dog.
You've told me about the shitting in a hole.
It's like when these people come here, Russians, Yugoslavians, all these people, and they go to our prisons. They're like, are you fucking kidding me? This is Club Med. You got to fight for your food in those prisons. There's no food. They throw out like a chicken leg, and there's 8 guys in there. Somebody's dying.
Fuck that. Have you seen, I forget if it was Mexico or somewhere, but they were just on it. The gangs the cartel or whatever still runs the prison.
Yeah.
They have, one of them had their families were still there. That's wild. I can't imagine. What about going to a country like that and going to prison there just by accident if you were on vacation?
Bro, I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Oh.
I wouldn't wish that on anybody. That's why when people say to me, I'm leaving the country. Listen, don't buy no coke. Don't buy no weed from a Chinaman. 'Cause in Thailand, don't they kill you?
One of those, yeah.
One of those, they just kill you to death and you don't know.
I think it's the Philippines.
Yeah, I'm not in the mood for none of that shit. I know what happens here. And nobody's going to throw me in jail for smoking dope here. Nobody's going to hit me in the knees.
Oh.
And you think, Joey, you're shallow. I am. Because I don't want to get in trouble. I'm the kiss of death. All I do is go to a fucking hotel. The guy pushes me. I say something. Next thing you know, I'm getting beheaded. And I'm doing 50 years, and the government's on TV begging for me. Nobody wants me, The Cubans, the Pope will let Joe Diaz live. I don't need this.
You don't think the government would come and try to exchange you?
Dog, the government don't give 2 fucks about you. That's why I was talking about Russ Perot the other day. Because when his fucking people got kidnapped, his employees, he got a guy that was retired to train his other employees to save the ones that were locked in. And he made a promise to their families to have him back by Christmas Day, and he did.
Really?
And that's why in my world, I like Americans like Ross Perot. Because everybody else will tell you a fucking story. Kissinger was trying to block him. He went around Kissinger. He was like, fuck this. My people are not going to spend the holidays in that fucking Iranian jail.
Oh, that was the Iranian Contra thing or whatever?
Well, this was more like
that Ben
80,
Affleck movie?
79. No, I don't think it was maybe it was. Maybe it was. But they were something else, weren't they?
I'm not really good at...
I forget what that was. I'll find. I got to get that book again. I read that book in prison. The Ross Perot story on Wings of Eagles. That's the name of the book. They made a series on NBC, 3-part series on NBC. I was already locked in jail.
I'm going to have to go look that up because I don't...
My jail didn't have NBC. You know what I'm saying? So
that's fucked up. So he was just a business owner?
Ross Perot?
Yeah.
He was, he did something. Oil, don't quote
No, we'll have
him.
to look it up.
He's a Texas guy.
Oh, of course.
And they went over there to do something. They held him. And he promised the family he'd be home by Christmas. And he did it. He
Good
had his
for
own
him.
people break into the fucking jail over there. With that dude. It was supposed to be like a Marlon Brando and Apocalypse Now type of dude.
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ.
One of those commando type motherfuckers. Very interesting.
Did you? I forget if I...
Yeah, he ran for president. He lost to Clinton.
I thought I knew the name. So
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was a business guy
He
before
would
that.
come out and go, these guys are paying for this with your money. I'm paying for this with my money. Because we looked it up on the Rogan podcast. He was worth a couple billion.
Dude, I like him a lot now.
Oh, he was tough. He had big ears and shit. Tough little guy. He fucking meant what he said, and he said what he meant. Old school American. Old school fucking dude from Texas. Just old school. This is old school. When they say something to you, they fucking do it.
I can't imagine getting like your employee out of fucking prison. That's
Well, I got two
badass.
old guys that I would live like them if I had that money. Him and that other dude that married the fucking Playboy bunny when he was 90, that'd be me. If I had all that money and my wife was dead,
The one who died like a week later or whatever it was?
whatever.
Anna Nicole
She
Smith's
had to suck
husband?
his dick one time. I don't think they had Viagra then. That's the problem. Like he couldn't put it to the test. But with that kind of money, I'll go to New York and make them give me an implant that squirts and fucking things come out of the ceiling and fireworks, that type of shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm having a good time.
Those are the only two options for you? Either you're going to be a guy training his employees to save his other ones?
No, I don't have parole money. I'm just saying if
Right.
I did have parole money,
Right.
I would live like he lived. But I also liked Marshall. What was his name? Edgar Marshall or something like that. Marshall, that's the guy.
Yeah, I
who
would go that
married.
way.
Fucking old. The guy had fucking blood spots on his head. He went into a strip club. He saw it. He just fell in love with it. He gave her like a fucking diamond ring. When you could give a woman something and not even miss it,
Oh, my God.
like when I could take $2 million out to buy a woman something and it doesn't even put a crack in my account.
And even if it did, he knew he was dying. He was like, I'm going to have a fun whatever it was.
I'm going to die my way, motherfucker.
Yeah. Why? Fuck your
On
kids.
my rules. I'm not going to die sitting in a room with ukuleles and priests taking my money. I'm going to get myself a big, fat, fucking looking blonde with a big ass and big titties
Yeah.
who doesn't have a conscience and wants to live comfortably for the rest of her life. Like, listen, man, I'll give you my $60 million fortune, but you're going to suck dick until I drop. When I drop, you're going to be licking my nutsack with fucking whipped cream on it.
And good for her. How much, like, I think that's worth it.
Fuck yeah, to suck an old dick and to have 60 million. And then at the end, she got nothing.
She really got nothing?
Nothing.
I didn't follow
The son took everything, something.
That son
They
of a
got
bitch.
pissed. They're like, we don't think he was in the right mental state, which he wasn't. He's 90, and she's putting that 23-year-old fucking monkey in his face that smells like barbecue chicken and God knows what else. Forget about it. He's like, "Ugh."
I think he was in the exact right mental state. His kids probably weren't helping him, hanging around, visiting him like once a month or something.
The dude did that from what was that team when the guy told her she couldn't date black people?
The Clippers.
The Clippers. He was old too. He just fucking said, I'm getting myself a young chick. You know what? I don't get a hard on, but it's better than looking at my old fat wife. I'm going to get her to dance for me with bikinis on and shit.
I think women are doing it too. Aren't they doing it now? Like I hear a lot of like, maybe not as big of an age difference, But like women are going for like 20-year-old guys when they're like 50 to 20. I would do it, dude.
Well, I love an older woman. I always have. There was a woman today I saw at the dentist this morning who had to be 58, 59, just stunning. Still had a little body, still had cute little feet. You know, usually when their feet start going, that's it. When they start getting those bunions and it goes crooked and shit.
Right, but dude, if you're in your 60s,
but you gotta see my feet. They ain't no portrait of Europe either. I was looking at my feet the other night. That's not. I have to go like a foot specialist, and they got to start from scratch. They got to pull nails off. And
they have to pull nails off. It's that bad?
I got a nail that points up like it goes north now.
What did he do to your feet?
Nail. I don't know. I don't listen. This fungi thing. I've done everything, and every time I eat mushrooms, they grow. Like I think the mushrooms from the fucking mushrooms go into my toenails because the other night I buffed them out and I got high in the room. I was seeing shit. Dog, I buff them out and it lands on my finger. You got to smell that finger. It is god awful.
So you get secondhand smoke from your toenail dust?
Oh yeah, and you get
that is fucked up.
And I sprinkle them on the edibles and I give them to you. So a lot of
I know
people
you do.
that.
You keep saying he keeps giving me these coconut ones that have this white powder on it.
That's it.
That look like they were like you packaged them.
And it had a weird taste to it. Like
yeah, they use like they're sugar. They don't taste like sugar.
Yeah, that was like, you know, the Neptotine, whatever they put.
Oh my God.
The sugar substitute.
Oh my God. Fucking crazy, dude.
What are you gonna do? We're getting older, you know.
Yeah, but
my feet are fucked up. I mean, I looked at them the other day, I put cream on them. I got like blood spot. It's a nightmare. Like if I ever turn 90 and get a 16-year-old girlfriend, whatever I do is doing 23-year-old girlfriend, I'm gonna have to get my dick sucked with socks on. You know how embarrassing that is?
You don't like doing that?
With socks on the backpack. No.
Look at Bill Belichick. He's 73, she's 24.
No, that's abuse. That's abuse.
Dude, she has a joke.
This is a joke here. Okay, this is a joke. I don't think I could show my balls to a year. Listen, if you're 55, yeah, you can look at my balls. That's what you see every day of your life when you're 55. But when you're 26, you don't deserve that as a woman.
She's running for like Miss America, but she's like as Miss New Hampshire or Miss Maine, one of those two I just read. She has a job at the University of North Carolina.
Right, he got her a job now.
And she was in the Dunkin' Donuts Super Bowl commercial.
Right, because he put her in there, not because Dunkin' Donuts
exactly. So I'm saying,
so it's a fucking
his balls
scam.
must not be that bad.
The what?
His balls must not be that bad.
No, they are bad. That's why he has to get all those jobs for her to stick around. He's giving her 3 different fucking incomes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's, dog, it just doesn't look good. Like, I know he's got a daughter or a son somewhere, and they have a hard time with that.
Oh, yeah.
They have a hard time with that.
He has multiple kids.
Dog, yeah. So, I mean, when you have a 24-year-old girlfriend and your daughter is 38, you know, it's just some shit that just doesn't look good.
Obviously, I know you're married. Nothing's ever going to change. But, like, I had a rule when I was last single that I didn't want to go under 25. If in a different world, at 62, what do you think the youngest you would go is?
45.
Okay.
I have something to discuss with her.
Right.
I have something to discuss. What am I going to do with a 30? Dog, listen, 30-year-olds are great. They're great. They're cute. They're silly. But, come on. There's not a lot of 30-year-olds that are going to hold you every day, that you're going to hold the conversation with every day. Now you're going, Joey, who the fuck are you kidding? You're in it for the blowjob. No, you don't. Because I come in a minute. What am I going to do for the other 23 fucking hours? Okay? I mean, that's how you have to look at it. I had a rule when I was younger. And as much people want to know or not, when I was doing coke in the 90s, before I met my wife, that whole 9-year run, I had a rule, man. And it's a simple rule. Look at her and talk to her. If you could wake up to her in the morning, bring her home with you. But if she's going to annoy the shit out of you, you might as well go home and jerk off. If she's already starting to get annoying late in the night and drunk, and now she's going to go back to your house, she's going to be even drunker, well, and then she's going to pass out, and you're not going to get, then you got to wake up to her with that drama in the morning, with that alcohol breath and God knows what else. Now you got to give her a ride home and shit. Think about it.
Oh.
So after I was like 30, after I left Boulder, I had more control in my mind like that. I had more control of what am I getting myself involved in. Because when I left Boulder, I was sleeping with women But there was nothing. They call me at 2. Hey, do you have any blow? Yeah. Can I come over? I have a blow, and some of them will call, can I bring my girlfriend? No. Because then I got to work 2 chubbies. You know what I'm saying? No.
So did the rules change?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed these girls calling you at 2, or you going to a bar and seeing them and going, hey, man, I got a gram of Coke, and they're like, let's go back to your place. But after a while, I got old because there was nothing there. I'd see them a week later, and it was like nothing was there. And listen, everybody likes to have sex when they're coked up and shit. But it wasn't working for me anymore. I was fucking, by the age of 32, when I left Bold, I'm like, when I get a girlfriend, I'm getting a girlfriend. And I met a girl, and I dated her for 4 years, and it was okay. And then after that, I went off for 2 years. And again, I was bumping into comedian chicks, on the road, whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing again? Then I met Derry.
Oh, I hated just dating for exactly the reason why you said it.
Listen, do you want me to tell you what I like?
Yes.
I like picking you up, or you picking me up, smoking a joint, going and getting something to eat, going someplace else and getting a couple cocktails, talking a little bit. Listen, we all want to bang her the first night.
Of course.
But then again, now people are banging in 2 nights.
Less than, dude,
people are banging in 2 or 1 night now.
They're banging in an hour.
In an hour, So it's kind of very, I always liked working for it. I don't mind working for it. When something's too easy, you're not going to do anything with her anyway. When a chick tells you, I love to suck dick, you're not going to get your dick sucked at all. That's just stupidity coming out of her fucking mouth, and then your little ears get clogged up. You're buying her drinks at the bar, and next thing you know, she leaves with a chubby dude with a missing foot, and fucking you're drinking there. You're like, dude. I like the struggle. I like meeting a woman and talking to her, and meeting her mom and talking to the mom and the dad. That's another thing. Talking to them and seeing what you're going on, and then you want to eat their ass and have fun. That's something else, but at least you got something out of it.
Right.
Even if it don't work tomorrow, when I see you next time, it's gonna be cool. I didn't do it for a month. I didn't do it for 6 months and get everybody going or starting. There was just little things, and it was just weird. After I got married and divorced, and then I went through that shit for 2 or 3 years of just coke chicks. Very seldom did I ask a chick out for dinner.
You just didn't want to?
I didn't meet them in that capacity. I would always meet chicks out at night when they were doing coke. Nobody wanted to eat when they're doing coke. I can't even take it for a cheeseburger.
And so none of those coke nights ever turned into like, hey, let's actually go and be in a relationship, or all of those were like
2 or 3 times we'd hook up after that. Maybe I'd go to the house and smoke a joint one day. I was walking in the mountains, and I would go by the house and smoke a joint or something, and then, a week later, she's at a show with some other dude. And then a week later, they're calling me up, going, hey, can I come over at 3:30? No, yeah, what the fuck? I'm sitting here with my dick in my hand. You might as well come over.
Right, but then or do they even stay the night, or are they just, as soon as
some
the
of them
coke's
stayed
gone,
the
they're
night,
gone?
Some of them boogied at 4 or 5 in the morning after the D was done and the coke was gone.
Fuck. Because what you said, I think, was exactly right. If you're annoyed with them, or if they're not, if there's not someone you want to hang out with, it's always going to be bad. It's like what you were saying, like, of course guys want to get laid. I'm sure women do too.
Yeah, they go out, they get dressed up, they did their toenails, their fingernails. They don't want to go out to talk to somebody about insurance.
But that's different. That's different. Going to a club or a bar and hooking up, I think, is different than the dating apps. And because if you hook up and meet, I've had a couple women just come right over on the dating apps, and none of them were anybody that I should have been with. And not like I was 200 pounds too. I was
late at night, and you invite them to your house.
Yeah,
That's
no, it was 100% on. I'm not blaming them, but I'm just
meet them at McDonald's and see if they order what they order. If they order a fish sandwich, they smell like shit. Just keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, if I got them at McDonald's, just come home. Dude, remember there was a girl you called Milkshake, and she wants my other friend, same girl. Her nickname was Tater Tots because she Uber Eats tater tots and then got into an Uber to my house. Like, people like, and at that point, I wasn't a prize either.
Uber Eats tater tots.
Oh, plenty of people.
That's some fucked up shit.
Oh yeah, the crazy one to me is Starbucks, just getting coffee delivered.
I see that. And listen, man, people live in that world. I don't like nobody touching my shit, so I'm cool with it. And it's really weird that I'm telling you guys this because it's a true story. Like, when I met Terry, I was ready for Terry. I was so ready for Terry that I didn't get serious with Terry at all for like 2 months. It was sporadic. We did coffee. I would go to her house for lunch. I would see her at the Comedy Store at night. Some nights if she was working, I wouldn't go down there. Then I'd disappear for 2 weeks. I wasn't really with her in the beginning.
You were like building a friendship?
Yes and no. We were swapping spit, that type of shit. But I still remember like 2 months in, and this is when I knew, I got to get my life together. 2 months in, I finally started hooking up with her. And one night, we met at Ralphie's house. I told her I wouldn't see her for a couple of days. I was coming to New York. And I go, I'm not going to see you for a few days, but I'll definitely see you when I get back. And she showed up at Ralphie's like 2:30 in the morning. She goes, you know what? I want to hang out with you a little more. And we hung out. We stayed up the whole night. I'll never forget. I had maybe 4 cigarettes. That's the time I came through Denver and went behind the bar and just stole a pack of cigarettes from one of those coffee shops in the airport. That's how broke I was. I probably had 4 cigarettes, maybe a joint, and maybe $20. And it was like a Tuesday night when I was leaving. It was her slowest night. Like Wednesday night, she made like $35. She gave me the whole $35. And I go, what are you going to do for the day? And she goes, I got change at the house. And I'm probably going to sleep half the day anyway. And that's when I go, you know what? I got to get my life together. When I come back, I got to start dating her. She just gave me the last money out of her purse, the last pack of cigarettes she had, and she drove me to the fucking airport.
And dude,
and usually you're embarrassed in front of a girl.
Yeah.
If you need to do that. You're fucking embarrassed, okay?
And you didn't ask for it, I'm sure.
I didn't ask for it.
And like just to like tie this back into what we started the podcast with like your friend who was like, come buy me dinner for my birthday. That's why you married Terry. And it's like that kind of like, yeah, I'm sure you must think about that all the time. I would.
All the time. All the time. How she gave me that money, and I remember coming to New York and going, I got to get my life together. Like, this is something that she's okay. I got to do something. And after that, I think I moved in with her maybe a month or 2 after that. And she still tells the story that when I got there, she goes, bring your clothes and your stuff. And I showed up with one bag. And she goes, where's the rest of your stuff? And I go, this is it. And she goes, don't you have a lamp? A radio, a TV, anything? And I'm like, no, this is it. I had a bag, guys.
Fuck.
When I moved in with my wife, I had a fucking bag.
And it probably wasn't that big. Like, it was just a duffel bag, right?
It was a fucking army duffel bag. 4 pair of pants, a couple sweatshirts, a CD player, some socks, toothbrush, gel. I had no underwear. I couldn't afford them.
Well,
there was no underwear in those days. It was cocaine or underwear.
I was going to say, you could have afforded it.
What's window number 2?
Because, by the way, underwear is like a one-time expense. It doesn't have to be like a weekly.
But still.
You buy a couple packs of underwear.
Why waste the $8 on 3 of them? You know what I'm saying? $8 times every 3 months, that's what? Fucking
every 3 months you're buying underwear.
Yeah, every 3 months you got to buy underwear. You're disgusting. I got big balls. My fucking, Oh. But there's a pic today. I saw a video of my balls. Oh. Somebody put it on Instagram. The one from when I took my balls out for the Comedy Store.
Okay.
Thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's still on YouTube. I got like 92 million hits. I haven't gotten a dime. Fucking balls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they probably demonetized it.
Yeah, they demonetized it. They kept all of my. I guarantee there's 20 ads on my balls. Fucking DV fucks. Well, but yeah, man, that was, it's weird that I'm about to have an anniversary with her this year. And I've been thinking a lot about that. But we got to cut to a break real quick. We're going to talk to you about DraftKings, Huel, and Nicked. All right? We'll be right back, cocksuckers. I was talking before the break about that this June, will be 25 years I'm with that crazy woman.
That's crazy.
25 years. When she mentioned it to me like 2 months ago, what are we doing for anniversary? I'm like, what anniversary? And she's like, July. We've been together 25 years, Joe. And it destroyed my insides. I'm like, how the fuck did I last 25 years with a woman? I never thought I could make it past 4 years. Like, I lasted 4 years with my ex-wife. I lasted 4 years with the girl after that. You know, I was a 4-year man.
I mean, and I love you, but do you ever think, because like for Terry to put like to deal with, because Joey Diaz 24 hours a day, like that's 25 years, like I don't think a lot of people would have made it. Like, and you're a great husband. I'm not saying you do anything wrong.
It's not as bad as you think. It's not like it's.
Oh, I'm not saying but I'm just saying it to last, for anybody to last. But you know, like you've talked, and this is not a negative thing about you at all. But just you've talked about, like, especially at the beginning, how wild you were to last through those years. It's not easy.
For 7 years, she didn't know if I was coming home or not.
That's crazy. Every night,
even when I was home, she's like, "When is this motherfucker? When is the phone gonna ring? And when is he gonna leave again?" She used to get really upset. Like, you were home at 12. When I went to bed, you were home. I got up at 7 to go to work, and you were not home.
Where would you go?
I would fucking go out in Hollywood.
You just didn't like being home, or like?
Dog, I had a drug problem.
Oh, okay.
When you have a drug problem, you don't want to be at fucking home. I would bring the drugs home, do them, and then go, "What am I doing here? I got to get out of here." And I get back, wait till I sober up a little bit, make some calls, and get the fuck out of there. And in those days, there was always somebody up in Hollywood. Always. I had a friend over on whatever. She was a drunk, and there'd be people over there. She went to the bar. So at 3, she'd go home hammered and bring gay guys over there, and they'd be doing coke and shit. And I'd slip by there. I had a couple Mike Favormans. I'd slip by his house at 2. In those days, there was always action. The guys at the store would hook up again at 2 and go to some parties and shit. And I would let them know, and they would call me. It was a different world then. And then, like, by 2005, the paranoia started hitting me different. I wasn't going out after I got home at night. It slowed down a lot. Then I got offered in 2007. The rest was... But it's funny, I was thinking about that neighborhood. That one night I went downstairs to meet I had 3 dealers at the time, and I didn't want them to know what I was doing. I didn't want them to know how much I was doing, so I would go to all 3 of them instead of just sticking to one. And the guy at night, he was a bartender. His name was Johnny Blade. I used to call him Johnny Blade. And he would come over on a motorcycle. He got out of work at 2. He'd be by my house like 2:25. I could time him every night. Because it was 2 blocks away. And I'd be downstairs. And I remember one night I'm waiting for him. And I'm out there on the steps and I'm looking. And there used to be a light. Not on my block, but a YMCA. But down the block there was a light. And I'm looking at this light. And I'm looking at this car, and the light turns red, and he's in no danger of stopping. I could hear the engine going, and he's like, "Whoa," and he flew past me. And not 2 seconds after, the car was chasing him. It was shooting with a gun. And you could hear the bullets, and you pow, pow, and I'm out there, fuck. Maybe I should go inside. Fuck, no, I'm waiting for my coke. I don't give a fuck who gets shot.
Holy shit.
Like, that neighborhood used to be fucking insane. So that's what I'm saying to you. I was out. I would go to Sergio's house. Sergio always had parties late night over there. He would fall asleep, and I'd take the coke out of his pocket. And then he'd call me in the morning. "What happened, man? I had an 8-ball in my pocket. Somebody took it out. That chick. That white chick. Blame it on her." It was just a different fucking world, Hollywood, back then. I would do spots at the store, and that's where the party started.
Right.
It was at the store where the party originated, you know, and in those days, I mean.
And meanwhile, you're like starting a relationship with Terry. So yeah, and then there's been a few different phases, because then like you stopped doing coke.
Terry was phases, because I still remember Terry waking me up one morning, like after breakfast, and go, "I need to talk to you." And in those days, Marilyn Martinez would call the house every night at 3 in the morning. Like, just to see. In those days, Dice used to call the house at 3 in the morning.
And was it a house phone or a cell phone?
It was a house phone, so the whole house would ring. And one night, I wasn't home, and Marilyn called at 3 in the morning, and when my wife answered it, she goes, "Cocksucker." And Terry fucking blew a gasket. My wife loved Marilyn, God rest her soul, but she kind of got a little like, you know.
At 3 in the morning, cocksucker's a little bit much.
Yeah, and when the next morning we had breakfast, and she's like, "I got to talk to you about something." She goes, you know, I've dated guys, but this is fucking insane, Joey. The phone rings, you got to go out, fights at the Comedy Store, fucking. That was the heyday of the Comedy Store. She was watching everything. Remember, I would host on Sunday nights, so she was watching everything. There was always a dilemma up there. There was always an argument. I was always torturing those fucking guys, and she would deal with all this. She would have to deal with all this shit, you know, and, you know, there was a lot of times when you're at the Comedy Store, man. You're at the fucking Comedy Store. You do a set, you get off, women are going to talk to you. And the other waitresses run and go, Joey's talking to a girl in the hallway. Look, even if I was talking to her outside, I'm talking to her in the hallway, so she would know. That's why my wife don't give a fuck about nothing now. Because my wife was at the store those first 4 years, and she saw it.
Right.
She saw it. She saw the life of a comic, and then she came home with me. So she saw the life of a comic from the inside out. Like, she saw it. And she understood it, and she heard about what the other comics were doing, and then she just left me the fuck alone. Until this day, I have, as a husband, I have one of the longest ropes in the world. If I call my wife right now and go, hey, I'm not coming home tonight, I'm going to stay at the office, she wouldn't say nothing to me. She trusts me that much. So she would go, okay, just be careful tonight. You're going to go out? No. If you go out drinking, we don't even talk about drinking.
Right.
But there's no, like, she doesn't, she walked into Osteria one night. I was talking to two women. And she came right over. I introduced them. The women were like, oh, my God. You know, she knows. She fucking knows. I tell her pretty much everything, even though sometimes it takes me a week or two. You know what I'm saying? But I still tell her. And she giggles, and, you know, she likes it. I tell her about stupid chicks, and she fucking giggles. And she's been with me. Dog, she was with me at dinner one night when a fucking girl said something to me. And she was pissed. She was like, how dare that woman say that in front of me?
A girl hit on you in front of your wife?
Oh, yeah.
And she's alive?
We were at a big restaurant, and the girls were there. There
Oh,
was
okay.
kids there and shit. And I got up to go to the bathroom. And when I was coming out, there was two girls. They're like, we take a picture. So my wife was going to the bathroom with the girls. And my wife heard the whole fucking thing. I even said to my wife, honey, I'm going to take a picture and get to the table. She goes, don't worry, I got to go into the thing with one of the girls and the mom. And as she was walking, that's when the girl said it in my ear. Said something really like out of control. Like I just sat there and go, this is a confused girl. I show her my balls. She's going to faint 3 times and gag. But she had to be a prostitute. She was really good looking, very flamboyant. She looked like she was a prostitute.
If she's talking about that stuff with your wife right next to you,
oh yeah,
she's something.
Like they say crazy shit. My wife giggles, you know. You got to remember, the people I hang out with in my neighborhood are women. I hang out with 2 women pretty much in my neighborhood.
You always hang out with women.
They're both married. I have a great time with them. I made one my partner. I made little stupid videos of her for goalie and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Steve's wife.
Of course.
Know. And then Ravioli. I always talk to Ravioli every 2 days about something.
You know what? I don't think we've ever talked about. How did you feel about dating her when she worked at the store? Because that doesn't seem like something you would allow. Not
something that I wouldn't allow?
Just for yourself personally. Like just dating someone where you work there.
Listen, when I met Terry, I'd been going to the store for 3 years. I was a regular there. Never really had any drama in there. I know rules. There's rules of comedy, especially on the road. Rule number 1 is don't hit on the waitresses on the road. Even if they like you, don't hit on them. Because that club owner watches everything. And eventually he's going to fire her, and then you're not going to be able to go there, especially as a feature act. Because feature acts are wild. When I was a feature act, I had to do 30 minutes and just hang out by the bathroom.
You'd hang out by the bathroom?
Yeah, and wait for girls to come over. Hi, that was funny. Oh, my God. You know, and especially when I opened for Rogan.
Wow, yeah.
Just they would come up to you. Oh, my God, can you introduce me to Rogan? Yeah, but, you know. No, I'm just saying that it was when you're a feature act, you're buck wild and you make mistakes, man.
Right.
And I made them, and I never went back to those clubs. And they would make 1,000 excuses, but at the end of the day, I knew why. I either did coke with a waitress, I slept with a waitress. There's just little rules, and I wasn't paying attention to it. I love to tell you, I was paying attention. In those days, I didn't give a fuck. If it wasn't the Improv or fucking a theater, I didn't give a fuck. I would never think, I never thought I was going to get back. So I wouldn't mind burning a bridge from time to time. But back to your question, which is a very interesting question. When I saw Terry, there was something about Terry I liked, her eyes. And we started talking, and I was like off the kilter. And that's why I was like hitting on her kind of lightly, because I know Mitzi didn't allow it. I know Mitzi didn't allow it, and she didn't like it. But if you were in already and she found out, she wouldn't care.
Right.
She didn't find out that we were already living together. It was too late. I already told Mitzi we're living together. Oh.
Would she have been mad if she found out not from you?
Yeah.
That's wild. That's crazy. That's a whole nother thing.
I didn't like it either. Listen, if you think I like dating a girl that I live with at the fucking Comedy Store, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But in reality, it kept an eye on me.
Right.
It watched over my career because I got to made a bad mistake those years. And she was right there to justify it or go, no. And it was funny. After she started working at the store, there was still some nights of craziness. Don't get me wrong.
Right, I'm
some
sure.
stuff that she saw, not from me. Not from me. So she started understanding the game more. And then she would put labels on, like if that happens to you, Joey, she'd not, we would discuss it. So she got to see that also. The craziness, what is women in the audience. When they're there with a man and they come up to you and go and fuck you upstairs and then go back and sit with that man. That never happened to me, but it happened at the store. It's a reality that it fucking happened. So, listen, I don't know how it worked. There's days I'm like, fucking 25 years and a kid. And a kid. I had a woman who ran from me when we got divorced. She fucking ran like her asshole was on fire. Ran. Talked about me, fucking tortured me in the courtroom, tortured me in life. I took a beating. I didn't ever want to get married, and I didn't ever want to have a child again. But I met Terry. And in the relationship, I was like, this ain't going to last. This ain't going to last, because I'm a fucking animal. And at that time, I was out there where the buses don't run. But she calmed me down a little bit. And then I got off the coke. And then, like a year after I got off the coke, there were some problems at the house. She was like, I'm getting old and nothing's happening here. And I was like, I told you when we hooked up, there's no marriage in this fucking house. I already did it. I failed. No reason to do it again. Once you fail at something like that, like marriage, like I failed the most basic thing you could fail at, communication. That's basic. Communication is basic. And we get together with women for different reasons. And yes, it's okay if you don't like somebody after 8 fucking years. Mm-hmm. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. But in that situation, I failed because I had everything in front of me. I had a job with her. I liked her family. But I also wanted to do fucking comedy. I also wanted to do comedy in a bad way. There was no way I was going to go fucking sell roofs for the rest of my life. I had to at least know that I failed at comedy, and then I would go back to a job happily. But there was no way at that age I wasn't going to get into comedy. It had been on my mind for too long,
Right. And then, because I don't necessarily think you fail. It wasn't a great end to the relationship, but I think it's better. I honestly think it's better to break up than to stick around for the kids.
I see it now. I see it now when I go to softball games, parents who don't communicate. The kid knows.
100%.
The fucking kid always knows. So in my house, listen, when you walk in my house, especially with my daughter and shit, I wanted my house to be completely opposite of the house I grew up in. Mm-hmm. We all do, right? We're like, I didn't like that about my house. I didn't like that about my house, and I didn't like that about my house. If I get a house someday, it's going to be different. And that's what I've done with this house. And one of the things is like a no pressure. Like, we don't have to get up at 8 and everybody has to jump in the shower and you run out of hot water. Like, she gets up, let her jump in the shower, and my wife, and I lurk. I lurk till about 9 o'clock. Then I jump in, I get out of there 10 after 9. So that takes a lot of stress. There's just little things that nobody drinks in the house. Nobody drinks alcohol in that house. So there's no fucking arguments. There's no drunk talk. There's none of that shit in my fucking house. I smoke dope in the garage, or sometimes I go outside in front of the car. You know, nothing's in my fucking house. Like, I don't want no smoke upstairs. I don't want, you know, and you have to, this is what I have to do to maintain this house with a daughter in the house.
Would it be different with a son?
Yes and no. You still have a child in the house.
Right.
So there's a certain way you have to act when you have this child in the house. You know, I don't want to smoke pot in my living room.
No.
I'd rather she don't see me and she
have her suspicions, maybe.
Have her suspicions. I'd rather her do that. And she knows.
Right. Of
she
course
even told me when she knows where my stash is. But I don't want it to be the Grateful Dead in my house with a bunch of fucking people drunk. That was never going to happen.
No, dude. And it's crazy because I have this written down. Another word I would use for what you're talking about, and I think you've used it before, is peace.
Peace.
Like,
peace
it's crazy how much of a difference that has when you have when you have like a peaceful life. How much of a difference it makes in their whole life.
When I tell you, George, Nick, my wife, Christina, that I love you. When somebody tells you they love you, like, what the fuck? What, are we gay? What, are we faggots? No, that's a promise that I'm never going to bring stress into your life. That's a promise that a cop's not going to call you at 3 a.m. and go, George, come bail him out. You know, all the things that would upset George, would upset you, I had to do that. That's when you tell people you love them, I'm not going to put no drama in your fucking life. Nobody's going to knock on your door, go, Joey killed somebody at 3 a.m, you know, come down to the state. No, 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 no. If anything, I'm here to help you. You know, if anything, and if I don't have it, we'll get it. We'll figure it the fuck out. George knows I'll climb through a fucking window. George saw me on a Friday, took a stereo with the fucking Social Security check. He knows. George knows. Don't fucking test me, motherfucker. Because I'll take it. I'll take everything. I'm an old school fucking thief. I will take everything. You understand me? But nobody's going to starve in my camp.
No.
Not in these days. Not no more. Not like when we did. Nobody's going to fucking starve. We'll steal it. I don't give a fuck. What are they going to do? Throw you in jail? No, they won't. No, they won't. You know what I'm saying?
They might.
Who gives a fuck? But that's really it, man. 25 fucking years, a long time to be with a woman. And listen, man, I love her just the same in the beginning, even more now. Now we just giggle and shit. It's great. Now you know each other. I smell her farts. She can't tolerate mine. You know what I'm saying?
25 years. Yeah, that's
25 years. And when you heard that about people, like people been together 30 years, you're like, that's never going to happen to me. I'm going to be with the same fucking pussy for 30 years and look at it turn gray and old. Nah, dog, it's an adventure. It gets better. Everything gets better.
That's cool. And especially because it happened, like, there's probably a lot of people listening who, like, you know, had a marriage fail. Or really, everyone's had a relationship fail.
We all have shit, but you know what? I always believe that God didn't put you here to die by yourself. There's an ass for every seat. Remember Dale Jones used to say that? There's an ass for every fucking seat. Okay? And women panic. Women are the worst. Women are the fucking worst. Because once they hit 34, they think this is it. I got to meet this guy. Then they meet a guy that's the worst one they've ever met. But they don't see sheep, what's that expression? A wolf in sheep's clothing, because they're so overwhelmed with the child and the fucking marriage and, pigeons and my cousins coming in from Hialeah, and they don't, and that's the biggest mistake they make. Now they're 43, still looking good with 2 fucking kids. And that bum ain't paying child support. And he sees the kids once a week. So you ended off in a worse position than you were by not just getting dick. It's like my friend's mom, my dear friend, called me, and we were talking about her daughter, 34. I'm the 20th boyfriend, And you're like, after a while, you got to say to yourself, wait a second, this pussy is making some horrible fucking choices. I'm going to get off the dick for 1 year. I'm going to get off the dick like what I did. Get off the pussy for a year just to focus you, to make you realize what you really want in a woman or in a man before you make a bad fucking mistake. We've all made mistakes where in our mind, this is going to be it. I'm going to marry her, pigeons, I'm going to live like a doctor. No, it's not always that way. It's not always that way because you went with a preconceived notion. It happens for men and it happens to women. When you're 34 and you want to get married as a man and you've been dating whores all your life that cheat on you, fuck your brother, steal your car and crash it, you got to change dicks. You have to look at it from a different perspective and go, you know what? I'm not going to date a woman for a year. No more fucking websites, no more nothing. I'm taking a year off from pussy to make me really realize and build the woman or the man I want in my head to pop up next time. I know what I want, and this is what I'm looking for. Yeah, everybody wants a chick with fake tits who can suck a dick. Listen, 3 years in, you don't make the car payment. Those bitches are gone to another guy who'll fucking pay for their tits. And I always learned something from Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was a good-looking Chinese guy, international star. His wife was no fucking playmate, but she stood by him. And that's the woman that calmed him down, and that's a lesson for a lot of people. When you're 21, everybody wants to marry Farrah Fawcett. When you're 30, you'll marry that chick with the missing toe from the bartender at that fucking dump bar you hang out with. Because that's it. The window's closing. And that's what we all do. We start getting desperate. Oh, my God, I'm not going to have a child. Oh, my God, I'm going to die alone. And we make the worst fucking mistake because we're going in there with something. What happened to just getting together, sucking my dick, I eat your pussy, we smoke a joint, you go home. Let's start with that. Let's start with a walk to Carvel, and we'll take it from there. I'll suck your tit in the car. You know what I'm saying? What happened?
What happened on the third date?
Huh?
What's the third date?
Ice cream. Whatever. Carvel. I don't know. But these are all the decisions if you're gonna go to a bar and you're gonna hit on a girl and she's snorting coke with you and she just broke up with her boyfriend and he's an animal and you're gonna get engaged to her, that's not gonna work. She's been getting fucked at bars for 20 years. What? And once she dumps your ass, she's going right back to that fucking bar. Yeah. So these are the things you got to know. You know, like people, you want to meet a whore, go to a fucking bar and get one of those chicks with the tight shirts on. You want to meet a smart chick, go to a fucking library. I met my wife at a fucking comedy store. What do I know?
And go to work, dude. And it's crazy. Like I mean, you've talked about your other relationships. Like, it sounds like you might have put like a little bit more effort in with Terry than you did with other ones. Or like
I didn't want to get married to the other ones. Like I didn't. After I got divorced, listen, I met my wife when I was basically 20 fucking years old. 21 years old, I met her. And here's the scary thing.
Your first wife.
My first wife. This August, I know that bitch for 40 fucking years. I met her August of 85. It's April of 2025.
Yeah.
She knows me like the back of my fucking hand, that bitch.
Even though you haven't spoken in a while?
Yeah, because she was there in the beginning. She saw the animal.
Wow.
So I met her in 85, and we were done in 91, maybe. You got to figure I didn't see her for 6 months. I was locked up. Listen, man, you know, it is what it is. And I wasn't going to get married again after that. I lost everything. I paid debt till fucking 10 years ago. I paid debt on that fucking divorce.
So, because you said like you weren't going to get married. What made you decide to finally get married?
I wasn't going to get fucking married.
Right.
And I had met other girls, and some of them were nice. Some of them weren't. Nobody was marriage material. Honestly, you want me to tell you what made me marry Terry?
Yeah.
When I woke up at 4 a.m. one day, and she had my football suit out for the longest yard. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? This ain't a regular girlfriend. This is not a regular girlfriend. Up with me, because I had to be there at 5. So I would have to get up at 3:45. Sometimes I just stopped snorting coke at 3:30. She would get up, Fucking, I'd take a shower, put the football suit on. She'd make me a little breakfast just so I wouldn't drive down there 45 minutes with nothing in my stomach. A lot of people don't do that. They wouldn't give a fuck if you left hungry. So that gave me all the consideration. It's really funny. There's an episode of The Sopranos when he's going to go out and meet the realtor. And he goes to a house, but that's the night that she helps him button the shirt.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that? She helped him button his shirt. That's a really good scene. At least it was for me because I understood. And then he went to this girl's house and he was dying to fuck her. But as he was taking off his shirt, he thought about his wife. And he goes, what am I doing? What the fuck am I doing here? I just got shot in the head. She was by me for 6 weeks. And then I was home for fucking 4 weeks. And there she is. And now I'm going to fuck the first chick that moves around. And I learned that when I was like 20. The guy who used to own the gas station across the street from North Bergen had everything. The Porsche, he was 25. He had a Porsche, a house in Miami, a truck, and all these women would go to that gas station because he was a good-looking Spanish dude. And I remember a girl that has a boyfriend that was going to get married came up to me one day and she goes, you're really tight with him. Tell him I want to sleep with him one night on the side. Nobody will know. I go, okay. Next time I saw George, I go, hey, man. We started talking about girls, and he goes, yeah, she's pretty hot. I go, listen, you didn't hear from me, but she told me if you wanted to sleep with her, she would give you a piece of ass. And he looked at me for a minute, and he goes, she's really pretty, but it's not for me. And I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, bro. He goes, I've been with my wife when we lived in a one-bedroom apartment with no money. What kind of man would I be now to cheat on her? And I was like, that's character.
Yeah. I think it would just destroy them, I think. It's crazy. Even when you were saying that when you showed up at Terry's house with a bag and to think about what you have now, but like, she's been there to see what you guys have built is pretty crazy.
That's why I tell her everything. It doesn't matter what the fuck I do, I'll tell her. Because she'll look at me and go, what the fuck, Joey? I just tell her, because why lie to her?
It's not good.
Anything I do with anybody, I pretty much tell her.
When did you start doing that?
Tell her. I started doing that like 8 years in. If I have an experience with a woman, I tell her. I get it off my chest before she hears it secondhand or sees a picture. At the end of the day, nothing happened. But I sat with her for 3 hours at Joe Rogan's bar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A couple people said something to me about that.
Why?
It was that girl. I was like, listen, she's a dear friend of mine. I'm 62. I'm in no mood. This shit don't get up all the time. This dick don't get hard like it used to. What if you make a call and your dick don't get hard? How embarrassing am I going to be? You know what I'm saying? So I cover my bases. At home, I could fail. I could shoot a dud at home. She's been with me for 25 years. Fucking some young chick. It's not even, it's fun. I love going out at night and talking to fucking some young chick. I told you I went to a strip club about a month ago and I was talking to a black girl all night. Didn't ask her for a dance or anything. At the end of the night, she goes, you're going to give me $100? I said, absolutely. And I just gave her $100. I needed that $100 the next day, but I made her fucking world. And that's going to come back to me tenfold. And I didn't try to fuck her. And she's still my friend on Instagram. We'll be back next week, cocksuckers. Tip Top Magoo. What do you got this week? Anything?
Yeah, May 4th, I'm at Broadway. Greenwich Village Comedy Club.
There you go. And me, May 8th, May 17th, Philadelphia. It's sold out, so I don't even know why I'm promoting the date. Go to the Excite page and look to see if they have tickets for August. I'm sure they'll have a bunch of tickets. Come on out, knock yourself out, have some fucking cheesesteaks at Merlino's, and do what you need to do. I love you, cocksuckers.
Love you guys.
Have a great week, and we'll be back next Tuesday. Tip Top Magoo. It'll be like May 8th or something. Stay black, cocksuckers. Love you. What's happened, you bad motherfuckers? It's Tuesday, the 13th of May, the day the devil was buried at sea. It's me and fucking Lee, the Church of What's Happening Now, New Testament. It's a whole new day. It's a whole new week with a whole new set of rules. What's happening, Tarzan?
I'm doing great, dude.
You are doing
fucking
great.
it feels like LA tonight. It feels because we took the edible like an hour ago, so I have like 6 minutes left.
All right, who gives a fuck? It always feels like that. Listen, this guy's always. I started torturing him Friday about we're gonna go for 600 milligrams.
Tuesday.
I get him going all weekend. He's huffing and puffing. He's fucking. He lets me play with him, so I gotta
What do
keep
you mean
doing
I
it.
let you?
You let me. I tell you on Friday we're gonna all this week. You're gonna lose because I know you're fucking dicking around.
I'm digging around.
Eating 5 milligrams.
No one eats
dicking
5
around.
milligrams.
Yes, you do. And you sit there and make believe you're watching the Knicks and shit. But anyway, how was Mother's Day? Did you call your mom?
I did. I called my mom. I was there for her birthday last week, so I was with my girl and her mom for this week.
And how was that? When you're with her mom, what do? You just sit there?
No, they're nice. They're cool.
You talk to them?
My girlfriend cooked. We sat out by the water. Dude, it was nice in New York yesterday.
Oh, it was very nice.
We were just out on the
There's
water.
a time of the year New York is fucking boss. Let's get this shit out of the way.
Yeah.
From April 20th to fucking June 15th,
Right.
there ain't no place you'd rather be. And like from September 10th to October 30th, there's no place you'd rather be. This is the time of the year. If you're going to come to New York, this is it. You come in July, you're going to be sweating bullets with your nice white shirt and your flip-flops. Man, it's hot. Yeah, it's fucking humid. It's fucking July in New York City. Not to mention 85 fucking trucks, 22 fucking Ubers, 6 scooters. What comes out of there? Heat. So what the fuck,
Oh, yeah. But this dude, like yesterday, and you know what saved me is sunglasses. Because all anyone told me when I moved here is you can't, like, I love when people are acting crazy. I love watching it. And people told me, like, that's when I'm going to get mugged. Is like if a homeless guy's yelling and I just start looking at him. But with sunglasses, you can look at anybody.
Whoa.
What?
Let's get back to fucking normal here. If you're walking the streets and your eyes are creeping, you can't have no sun, especially you. You don't know how to work with sunglasses yet.
What do you mean? How do you work with sunglasses?
Who's the people who protect the president?
Secret Service.
They're good with sunglasses, okay? That's what they do. That's what they've been doing for years. You're just new to this. And I know you. You're still stuck on Uber and Yelp. The problem with you ain't the fucking sunglasses.
Everyone uses Uber.
The problem with you ain't the sunglasses. That you got that backpack looking like a migrant, and 9 out of 10 you're looking at your fucking phone bouncing on the street. And it's your body language. You see what I'm saying? And this new type of migrant in the city and this new type of criminal, you can't be fucking walking around with a backpack or anything. I could not have a backpack because a guy could just come from behind you and start ripping your thing and you're fucking sitting there like...
Yeah, but he could do that with your shirt too.
No, he can't because you could break the bond. It's just a shirt.
I feel everyone wears backpacks.
Yeah, but just because everybody jumps off the bridge doesn't mean you're going to fucking jump. Are you? What are you, 10 like my daughter? My daughter hit me with that this morning. I told her, next time you say that to me, you're punished for a fucking week. I go, I'm raising you not to be like the rest of these little fucking idiots. This morning, she wanted to leave the house with a cut T-shirt off with a little bra strap. Time out. And I looked at the mother like, what the fuck are you doing? Well, she won't wear it. No, I don't give a fuck what she won't wear. This is a Cuban house. You go cover up that fucking bra, you little freak.
Really? Oh, it's that's starting?
No. It's like she just said the other girls at school do it. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I really don't give a fuck. I'm trying to raise you so you're not like the other fucking idiots.
But how am I supposed to carry my shit? I understand with Mercy. That makes sense.
You don't need to carry your shit.
Yes,
Where
you
you
do.
going? Where you going?
Here. You sometimes you have to carry that, dude. That's like the thing about New York, that you have to carry a lot of shit with you. If you're doing sets at night,
all you need is a knife. Okay, that's all you need. You have to carry a lot of stuff with you. You got your whole computer and your phone, and a knife. Look at you, wallet in front pocket. Again,
that's where it's supposed to go.
No, it's not. I'm mugging you. You shouldn't even have your wallet. You don't drive.
But I have credit cards. What do you do?
That's it. When you go out into public, you use the fucking things the cops give you for the shields. You take that out, that stupid shield that's not going to get you out if you stab somebody, and you put your Visa card and your license. So you have a strip in there, and you put it in. Nobody... Don't.
But how are they getting into my... We were just talking about this
because
with someone...
This is New York City. These migrants, they got long fingers. They've been practicing fucking pickpocketing since they were 2. This is what they do in Managua, Nicaragua, where the fuck they come from. They all got, when you're a kid here, you get a doll, right? When you're a kid in Managua, you get a doll with bells and a jacket with a little chain in there. So if you hit that's how you train a pickpocket, with bells.
Right, and that's why I don't put it in my back pocket, but my front pocket's safe.
Listen,
dude, if someone put a hand in my pocket...
If I hit you in the head now I know your wallet's in your front pocket, so I'm going to go for it. So why bring your whole life in that fucking wallet when you don't need it? You need one visa, one ATM card, and your ID, if that. If the migrants don't have licenses, why should you? Shit, for years, I was a criminal. I never had a license on me. And I didn't have an ATM either. It was cash or a knife. That's it. What's your name? I don't know. Where's your ID? I have no fucking idea. And you have 20 IDs. I had 20 IDs growing up, but you're not going to see it.
I had no idea about that.
Take my name for granted. That's what it is. Me llamo Jose Antonio, okay? That's all I fucking know. Me llamo.
But I don't me llamo.
Well, tell them that you llamo, and then they'll leave you the fuck alone.
I had no idea. All right, I'll try it. It makes sense.
Listen, in New York City, it's not as killer as it used to be. You got amateurs now. But how you get mugged is body language and goofiness. That's how you get mugged. Body language and goofiness. You just get fucking mugged.
What's goofiness?
Being a goofball. Look at that sign. Isn't it great? Who gives a fuck? Mind your fucking business. Look straight ahead.
Right.
And get those everybody wants glasses that they could tape people. No. Get glasses with little windshields. Like fucking a car so you can see what's coming up behind you. That's how you got to live. It's 2025. You got to be prepared. These people stab you in the back. They go with knives, these migrants. And I shouldn't be just blaming the migrants. I got to be blaming everybody in New York City. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the migrants for me to be fucking hawking on you, but I'm trying to take Lee under my wing here. He thinks this is fucking Orlando. You know, you're just walking down the street.
I have to be honest. I don't think I've seen one migrant since I've been here. I don't know where you are in New York. You see like these
I see him everywhere.
Migrants.
I see him on Channel 11. I see him on WPIX. That's where I see him.
And what are they doing?
They just walk in the streets looking for momos that carry their wallets in their front pockets.
Okay.
Didn't they mug a fucking cop last week? Yep. Did they not? I mean, am I the only fucking Today I got a call from a friend of mine. Hey, man, I'm flying into Newark. I'll be there Wednesday, and we're leaving Saturday out of Newark. I go, are you a fucking idiot? He goes, what are you talking about? I go, you don't want to fly into Newark. He goes, yeah, but we got the tickets a month ago. I go, dog, I don't give a fuck if you got them a year ago. Do you know what's going on in Newark? He goes, no, what's going on? I go, you not put on CNN? No, I don't watch the news. No, what are you doing with your life? You're going to fly into Newark, get delayed 20... Listen, I'm letting you know right now. I ain't going nowhere to September 6th. I don't even get my real license till August 7th. That real ID bullshit. I don't even get it till August 7th, so...
Wasn't the deadline like this week?
Yeah, who gives a fuck? I'm not going to... Listen, you could still fly. It's going to take you an hour and a half, and if you fly to Newark, it's going to take you 19 hours. So you might as well fly to Philly if you're not going to have an ID. It's extra screening. They check you, but who gives a fuck? They're still going to let you fly. And they're going to enforce it heavy for 2 or 3 months. Now they're going to put Clear and TSA together.
Yeah, they have that.
For an extra charge now, right?
Yeah.
Right? Now they got you there. So now you can go on Clear. We don't have to take your fucking shoes off. You go to Newark, Clear is fucking packed all the time, and so is TS. Listen, summers are horrible to fly anymore. The last 5 years since the pandemic. This year, if you're thinking of flying out of Newark, cancel your fucking flight. Why go through that? Like I was telling Jim Florentine the other day, I'm old school. I get to an airport today, and you tell me my flight's canceled. You know what? Keep the luggage. Keep it. I don't even want it. Because that's another 4 hours. I got to wait here for the luggage to get shipped downstairs. So before that happens, keep the luggage. I got my sleep apnea machine. I got my weed in there. I got my license. I got a toothbrush. That's all you need.
Have you thought about shipping your luggage down?
A what?
They like I did it once when I left LA. You can like give UPS your luggage and they'll just deliver it to the hotel and you send it back. That way you don't have to do shit at the airport.
I don't know.
But what about speaking of Newark, the air traffic controllers, they got time off because it was so stressful?
Listen, if you're on a plane and I don't know where you are, that's one thing. But look, it's the other way around. If I'm sitting in a plane, the pilot goes, hey, the tower just turned off. We have no fucking idea where we're at. I'm scared. But if I'm in a fucking thing sitting there in a tower you can't even go through, why am I stressed out? But that's the country today. That's America now. We're all stressed out over dumb fucking reasons. That, everybody's stressed out. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Go to yoga. Get a Whoop watch. Exercise. Everybody's so fucking stressed out. And I get it, man. Times are rough. I'm looking around, man. Restaurants are empty. Yeah. Comedy clubs are empty. A major comedy club just bounced a check. Once you bounce a check, that's the beginning of the end, Jack. That's all I know. There ain't no coming back from that. You don't bounce a check by mistake. And especially a comedy club, that's a corporation. So keep telling me how things are great. You're going to jump up and down. Things are fucking rough, and they're going to get rougher. Dog, I'm an econ major, so out of habit, I look at things. I love looking at businesses and see what's going on. Restaurants by my house that 5 years ago would be packed on a Tuesday night, got 2 people in those motherfuckers now on a Tuesday night. It's a different fucking game.
Well, what about that? We were just talking about the Knicks game. It was the most expensive Knicks ticket in the history of the Knicks.
Okay, that's great. So you bought a ticket. There's one ticket in there that's $31,000, and you bought it like a jerk off. You bring like some hot chick to be cool. She don't know what the ticket costs unless you tell her, I paid $31,000 for the ticket, and they get lost by 40. How bad do you feel? Well, you might as well put a Knick hat on, the sweatshirt, and jump up and down with fucking the black guy, the director.
Oh, yeah.
Where was he? He wasn't jumping up and down. He was sitting there fucking depressed, looking for Denzel Washington. Even Tracy Morgan was puking again. $30,000. That's just stupidity. That is just something that you look at and go, and I get it. Well, Joey, he's worth $20 million. I know. But it's a fucking principle. And nobody knows it. I can see if $31,000, I want to sit in the middle, like up by the top, and at halftime they zip me down. And I get out of there like, yeah. 9 problems, but a bitch ain't one. You know what I'm saying? That's $31,000. But for $31,000 to sit next to a guy who paid $1,500 for his, how dumb do you fucking feel?
Oh, yeah.
But that's the stupidity of us now. That's how dumb we are now. That, 30, and you're bringing a girl that's hot, but she don't give a fuck about this game. Yeah, she's got a little Knick hat on, like they do during Yankee season. Look at the Knick games. Look at the first 10 rows and get back to me. They're not watching a game. Look, it's Denzel. Look, it's Artie Lang. Look, it's Christopher Columbus. That's all they're doing. They're not even watching the game.
No.
It's people, the people who watch the game, they're at home.
Yeah.
Because they know it's a bunch of fake Knick fans all of a sudden that come out to show how much they love New York. And those idiots that get together and watch the game on the street behind a thing, get a fucking life. Get a life. Go find a tranny or something to hang out with. That you have to go to a fucking outside to a parking lot and look at a TV screen with 300 other idiots and jump around to show you're a New Yorker. You want to be a New Yorker? Look at Rich Voss. Motherfucker always got a knife on him. That's a New Yorker. And we'll be back, cocksuckers. My main man, Rich Voss, is here today. Fucking comedian extraordinaire, old school savage.
What's up, son?
What's up, buddy? Elise Ayat's here.
I'm still here.
You know, it's funny when I was like, we're talking about kids now, and you know, my daughter went to a concert the other night. Who's the dude that played halftime? Lamar?
Whatever his name.
Yeah, I don't
Kendrick
fucking
Lamar.
know. Yeah, and she's dressed like, I go, put a fucking coat on, okay? Because you and your friends are going to be the only white kids here, so you're going to stand out to begin with. So put something on your shit. And she's got her prom Friday. And last night we're sitting at the table. I go, look. Let me tell you what's sacred in this world. God, your parents, and your virginity. Okay? You go to the prom, I said, he can get some titty. That's it. That's it. He said, you can get a little titty. I told her, he can get a little titty. That's it. So,
what was her reaction to this?
Let me tell you, I got older daughters with kids, and I told them the same shit. You know, they didn't listen, but still... You got to carry the message. You know, you're 17, you're good looking, little titty, move on. See what I'm saying?
I am shocked.
Why?
I am fucking shocked right now.
What?
I didn't even know what to tell my daughter. I wouldn't even fucking know. I would not even know. You know.
Yeah, well, you're
but you're not going to grind them, because then they'll want to be out there being freaks. It's like Catholic girls.
Yeah.
When they went to Holy Rosary Academy, they were all nice and shit. And when they bust out of there, they become fucking animals.
Catholic school
oppress
girls,
them. Yeah, you can't oppress them.
No,
like that either.
I mean, you know, my kid is good. She's smart. She hangs out with other kids. But, you know, prom night, they're getting a house, 15 dudes and 15 girls, you know. They rented a house for the weekend. You know, listen, I didn't go to a prom because in 11th grade, I raised my hand to go to the bathroom and I never came back. I just walked out. I said, fuck this. This ain't for me. But so I didn't really go to a prom. I went to some graduation parties, you know. They didn't know. But I never went to a fucking prom or any of that shit, you know. And she's going, just, you know, why couldn't, you know, it's so much easier if you have a boy. You know what I'm saying? So much easier.
But not as meaningful.
No, it's not as fun.
It wouldn't be
I know.
the same for me. I mean, I love a boy, you know.
Yeah.
I would love anything. I don't give a fuck at this point in the game. But I think with girls, especially guys like us,
Yeah.
first off, God doesn't put a girl in your life unless you did something really bad.
I got 3 of them.
As a kid, okay? That's why when I was 13, I knew I was going to have daughters. I just knew it. God's going to fuck with you. He's going to make you pay for everything you said, everything you do, whatever. And then after, like, I came to that realization, I became better with women because I knew I'm going to get, and sure enough, 2 fucking daughters. And, you know, and it's like I tell people, it's tough to be a racist when you have a daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Especially when your oldest one's married to a black guy. And they got the cutest little Puerto Rican baby.
Is that what Jews and blacks make?
Yeah, Puerto Rican babies. This kid is fucking the coolest. I FaceTime with him and stuff. But I had 3 daughters, yeah. But they all grew up. You know what? They all grew up great. Because like you, my ex-wife, myself, were in my kids' lives. You know what I mean? We were involved. I would go to all, and every time I call you, you're at a game. I went to all my daughter's games. I was in the stand yelling and screaming, you know, because I had money on the games. But still, you know what I mean? These kids better cover. But, you know, so, but if you're there for your kids, and I don't know why I'm talking about kids because I heard you earlier, if you show your kids attention and affection, they'll grow up to be pretty good kids. You know what I'm saying? Usually. You know, my parents were nowhere to be, not my mother's fault. My father's nowhere to be found. You know, he's all whatever. So my mother couldn't control me. She couldn't control me.
I had a situation in my house about a year ago that my wife was fucking traumatized. Like, it let me know about the future quickly. I talked to my wife because I didn't really know. I didn't want her to think that I was a stiff or I didn't trust her. So my daughter asked me about a concert, and I go, sure, you go see the fucking girl. And it was Chaperone. And she found some other kid to go with her. And my wife went up to pick the kid up. The kid had like purple hair and shit, and she was Mercy's age. And she was fucking chubby with like a barrel dress on, and my wife was like, you know, whatever, I don't know what kids are dressed like. And then she went to the show, and there was a man with a dress on with a beard standing in front of my daughter. And during the fucking concert, they were running ads for Palestine. It was just one thing after the other that got me hotter and hotter. Well, my wife is a fucking redneck, and she's a fucking Christian. And it broke her. When they got home, they were both crying. And I asked my wife, what happened? And she goes, I'm going to fucking kill her. She called my wife when you don't like transvestites.
What's that?
When you don't like transphobic. And my wife lost it. My wife went upstairs. They were yelling at each other. And like 2 days later, I asked Mercy, what the fuck was that? And she's like, Dad, she's not used to it and stuff. And then a couple of weeks later, the chick won an MTV award. And that's the night she came out talking about they should start a fund for all these artists. And I'm like, I turned the TV off. And I go, Mercy, we got to talk. This ain't the world. This is a chick looking for attention. First off, she's the ugliest little girl I've ever seen in my life. That is the ugliest fucking kid I have ever. And that's what they, you know, the other day went to fucking, not California Pizza Kitchen. I don't go to that place. Went to the other place, the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking tremendous. She wanted to go.
Plates this big.
So, no, the place is huge. I'm taking her there. And sure enough, 2 15-year-old girls, 400 pounds apiece. And they're, what are they? Rock, what are they? With the fucking makeup, with the wig. And
what are they? Unfuckable.
And I told my daughter, I go, you see those 2 goth chicks?
Oh, God.
What And now they're 400 pounds apiece. They're probably freshmen in college. They could just go to the gym and be accepted. I mean, that's the shit that I don't know what's going on in the world. Like when a parent looks at a child and goes, we have to talk.
Well,
You cannot have fucking God shit on. And, you know, it's just, we've gone somewhere else. I see it with coaching. Like, you're supposed to be scared of your parents at some point. And when you have a coach, like, dog, when I was growing up, I had coaches that in rec that would fucking make you go off. Like, you ran the whole fucking hour with no ball. And I see these fucking softball parents, not the parents, but the coaches. And it's like, everybody raises their kid petrified.
Well,
I'm not scared. I'm scared of what she'll turn out like. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I'm petrified. Like, I could die tomorrow. And she's a 14-year-old kid, and it's the same. It's a cycle of what happened to me. It's a girl who's lost now, and, you know, she's going to stall for a while because it's hard to recover from a death. That's my biggest fear, Rich, is what happens to our kids later on if we don't do the right job. We can do the best job in the world, and I could still fucking have a daughter that wants to strip.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. First of all, those ads for Palestine to concert, I'm sure they weren't for rentals. Anyhow.
No, but it pisses me off. When you went to see Led Zeppelin or Black Sabbath or the
it wasn't
B-52s,
political.
It wasn't political.
No, they just
This
played.
whole thing is wrong. Like, this whole fucking thing is wrong.
Well, look at that Irish band that put up a big sign, fuck Israel. They lost their visas, but, you know it's all political, and they're brainwashing the kids. Not only the world, their teachers, their professors in colleges. You know what? Back in the 60s and 70s, liberalism was open-mindedness, looking at things from both sides. Now, both sides have been hijacked by extremists. You're either this or this. You know what I'm saying? And they're fucking these kids. Half these kids protesting, you know, on these college campuses, they're just dumb white girls that have no idea. They have no idea about history, you know, American history, more or less, foreign history, you know. So I don't want to get into politics, but they're all being brainwashed right now, these kids. They're being brainwashed. And I told my daughter, you know, you got to make your look at things from both sides, make your own decision, hang out with white kids, and I'm just fucking around.
When I was 18 and 19,
Yeah.
politics was the last thing I was thinking
Yes,
about.
me too.
And again, even if Chaperone would have put up pro-Israel stuff,
Yeah.
and I would have been at the show,
No.
I would have said no.
No.
No. What the fuck are you doing with this shit? And and like I told my daughter, I'm happy you don't fucking listen. I stopped playing her in the fucking car. I don't mind the fucking Irish chick, Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
I don't mind those bitches. Saw with tea, but that fucking show, I can't take that, and I don't want that in my life. I don't want that in her fucking head, and I don't want her to have that type of behavior in her head. It's fucking lame, and it's ruining fucking kids. And you got to say something at some point and go, hey, no, it ain't going to work.
That's true, though. But if it said pro, none of it. I don't want to.
I don't want to hear about none of that
I
shit.
went the last concert I went to. I was in Arizona, and the club owner took me to see Springsteen. Right? He didn't do any of his political shit. He just came out, did almost 4 hours or something. I don't know. Whatever he played, he killed. It was a good concert, and I left. There was no, you know, stopping and talking about this or that. Just play your fucking music and let me get the fuck out. That's all.
And if you had a good listen, I look at these concerts online.
Do what?
I look at some of these concerts online.
Yeah.
I wouldn't stay there. I wouldn't go to half these concerts. It's just embarrassing at this point.
I haven't gone to one.
No.
I don't
know that you went and had a good time, but like half these guys now to the touring, it's like, come on, guys.
I didn't really have. I mean,
Come on, guys. Like, stop.
the dude that took me was a real Springsteen fan, and he's singing, and he turns and sings to me. What the? You're a dude. Don't be fucking singing to me. Turn the fuck around. Sing out that way.
I'm not from the Jersey side where Springsteen was king.
Yeah.
I'm from the Jersey side where Ted Nugent was king.
Yeah.
And if you like Springsteen, it wasn't going to be a good afternoon.
Well,
for you.
I was more.
It was not going to be a good afternoon.
I liked Southside John. I was more of a Ramones guy.
I like
growing
the
up.
Ramones, I like the B-52s,
Yeah,
but
the Ramones were fucking. I loved the Ramones back then. You know, whatever. Springsteen.
they
I
were
never
half
paid his-
retarded too, the Ramones. That
Yeah, well,
older
yeah,
Ramone,
that
looked
guy
fucking
looks
half
like an
retarded.
ugly Howard Stern.
Oh, yeah, he's in bad.
Yeah.
Go away, please.
I know.
You know, oh, that's punk music. That's ugly.
I'll tell you.
Go away. Leave me the fuck alone.
I was a big fan because they were from my hometown, Parliament Funkadelics.
Oh, I like
I was a big
Parliament. Yeah,
Mothership Connection.
Yeah, that's
They were
all
from
good.
Plainfield, a couple
I
of
was
them.
going to see those motherfuckers
Yeah.
in '95 in Boulder.
Yeah.
They were coming like once a month, and that was a great fucking show. I like all that stuff.
I wish I was in town. They're playing
yeah,
down
they're
at
doing
Asbury
something.
Park.
Yeah, they're doing something.
God
a festival
damn,
or
I'll be-
something.
I know
How
we-
old is he now, though?
Oh, George Clinton?
He's gotta be
He's
80.
old. I think he's older than Biden.
His hair must smell bad now.
Oh, yeah.
That fucking
Yeah.
patchouli, whatever they put in their hair to fucking
83.
keep those dreads, that's not bueno.
He's about to be
I
84 in
can't.
July.
Relaxer. What?
No, that's not relaxer.
Oh,
That's remember when I went to prison, that was big. Everybody had the Jerry curl in prison, and they would have to wear a shower cap
Oh,
in the daytime and shit. They would have to wear a shower cap. And I'm like, I can't handle this.
I'll show you a picture later. My hair was, I had a big afro.
So did I.
Did you?
So did I. I'm from North Bergen, and with the humidity, it really goes
Yeah.
off.
Well, so I had an
Fuck you.
I had an afro, curly ass hair, and then I went to New York, and I went to this hairdresser because I wanted a shag, like
the carpet?
No, like they had. It was like feathered, and so I went to this place. They cut my hair and hot combed it, and I had the nicest shag until the first time I washed it, and that shit shot back up to an afro. I had a shag for 2 days.
And when you were a kid, you don't understand that. Like, what the fuck this guy to do my hair? I got to figure out this magician trip and shit.
This shit was nice, man. I went to school like David Cassidy. But, you know, back to my black high school with my afro.
So you're from Plainfield?
Plainfield, yeah.
Jesus Christ. And that was rough in the 80s and 70s, dog.
Kids used to come to in high school, they carry guns to school. In high school, I remember Willie, he pulled out his gun and his friend said, don't fuck with, to me, they go, don't fuck with him, he's cool, right? Like, I never got fucked with because I grew up playing sports and, you know, smoking reefer and selling, whatever. Even the gangster, Earl, if you owed him money, he took you to the park and made you strip, and he threw you in the pond, and they fuck you up, and they can, you know, beat your ass. He used to take people for a ride. He owned 2 deuce and a quarters, all right, 2 Electra 225s. Big drug dealer. Loved me. I just grew up amongst that. So, but dudes in the late 75, our school was terror. It was terror. I'm telling you. Like, one day, me and my friend, because we were in Plainfield, we go, let's go up to Watchung and look at some white girls. And we drove up to the school, and we're walking around, and the principal came and goes, look, I know you two aren't from here. Go back to wherever the fuck you're from. Just get out
Was
of
he
here.
black, your friend?
No, white dude.
white
We went to just go to
How many
another
white
school.
dudes were there in Plainfield High in those days?
It wasn't a lot, but like they had a high school reunion, so I went just to show, you know, see some old friends and shit. I didn't sign up. I just, you know, was at right by the bridge, by the mall, by my house that year. So my wife came and met me there, and it was like me and 3 other white guys. She didn't believe I went to a black high school, and she came to the reunion. She goes, "Oh, damn, you were right," right? And Roxanne was there. She was so fine in high school, but you know, we're older now. But I saw dudes like, so I did like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. They brought me on. The same Muslim motherfucker with his bow tie was still Muslim, right? Same people. And Gerald was there. He used to sit the bench for the basketball. You know, I was fucking with dudes. I went to school. It was so much fun because, you know, these are dudes I grew up with since 5th, 6th grade, played sports. They were all there, and they're fucking, I mean, pimped the fuck out. They look, you know.
What were the bad schools down there?
What's that?
Pensauken, Camden,
Oh, well, yeah.
Plainfield, Malcolm X Shabazz was a bad school.
East
right?
Orange. Well,
East
West Orange. West
Well,
Orange.
one year they flipped the North Bergen bus, the basketball bus.
Did they?
I
What?
think freshman Christmas tournament, they flipped the North Bergen bus.
Well, Plainfield won the states in basketball this year. Plainfield won the
They
states.
win the states every fucking
They're
year.
fucking, yeah, I mean,
Plainfield, and it wasn't Passaic. Maybe was bad. What was the school where everybody from Louisville in the 80s had 4 players from a fucking Jersey school, and they called it the Louisville Connection.
from Jersey. Elizabeth?
Maybe it was Elizabeth.
Because Elizabeth put out some players.
Yeah, early
Gil
on. Yeah.
Chapman.
I think that dude is from Jersey too. The dude that plays for Dallas, the crazy guy that was a Nick, and he was saying anti-Semitism shit.
Oh, you're talking
Kyrie
about
Irving.
What's it?
Kyrie Irving. He
He's-
thinks the world is flat.
Yeah, a lot of them do. Fucking Wiz Khalifa thinks it. I never even thought about it. And if it's flat, I don't give a fuck.
You want to see flat? Look at my wife's ass. That shit's flat. Okay,
Listen.
it's like fucking Jackie Chan from behind.
You know, it's.
Who gives a fuck if the world's... First of all, the world ain't flat.
We
My
were-
globe at home is
My wife and I
round.
were talking last night. We're talking about soap and other shit. We're watching Mobland after Mobland. We're just talking. And we're fucking, and my wife's like, you never really had interest. She goes, can you fill me in on that? And I'm like, listen, you know, I don't know. Like,
About what? About...
I just never, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
If it's got nothing to do with me, I really don't. Like, if it's a flat earth or if it's a round earth, I don't give a fuck.
I know.
Like, you want me to worry about who shot Kennedy? It's 2025. It was 60 years ago. He got shot in the head. I don't give a fuck who shot him or how they shot. I've always been like that. If it had nothing to do with how we're going to put $5 in our pocket, it's got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, that's true. I mean...
I don't know. And it's like some people have distractions in their life. I fucking don't even let distract. Like, and people get mad. Like, a couple weeks ago, I went on a couple podcasts and I spoke about that shit. I don't care about Epstein or Diddy
No.
or none of that shit. It has nothing. Like, I just don't have time to even think about that stuff.
My life growing up was fucked up. I got comfortable being uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. Me too.
I got being uncomfortable. So I have my own shit to deal with, you know, whether it be anxiety, getting sober, raising a family, my own shit to deal with, you know. Now I'm dealing with a lot of other shit. I'm not dealing with it. I'm just being affected by it from outside issues. You see what, you know, because of my religion. But it's not personally affecting me because I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm not in college or I'm not, you know, my job isn't, I know what you're saying. Just I worry about my kids and
My
not even
friends,
my older, my friends.
family.
Yeah.
It's like when I see somebody on TV, like, oh yeah, we're having a benefit for blind kids. And they invite people over to the house and they cater and they put this big shadoo on. But meanwhile, they got a cousin who needs fucking money.
Yeah, or they,
I never understood that shit. You got people in your circle, but you want to help, like, and it's like, I know you do it for attention. At the end of the day, it's for fucking attention. So people come over and go, oh, he's such a good person.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, nobody gives a fuck.
it's just like
As long as you have food there,
somebody's birthday on Facebook.
nobody
They go,
really gives a fuck.
yeah.
You know what really
I know-
bugs me is those people online who like they'll go find someone like a homeless guy or whatever,
Yeah.
and they'll give them money and they'll
Film it.
they do it nice. They're in theory it's a nice thing, but they have
Bro.
they're interviewing a homeless guy.
Here's the thing. First of all, donation is not supposed. When you donate, you're not supposed to let people know
No.
because it's self-serving. Donation is like I never let people know that. You know, I send money to St. Jude. That's between me and St. Jude
I
because
send money to St. Jude.
they're the only legitimate one. But people go on Facebook. It's my birthday. Can you donate to? No.
Go fuck
No,
yourself.
I got
on
my own
Facebook in
cause.
the morning, nothing bothers me more than that. Donate to go fuck yourself. I gotta go to the car and get my wallet to say happy birthday.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
With
Forget
my
it.
cause.
Forget I even had a good fucking. By the way, they want to be on my birthday.
Yeah.
I want to donate to Cats of Newark. Listen, a cat ain't gonna get $1 from
I
me.
know.
All right.
Yeah.
Just take your fucking happy birthday and move on with your fucking
Yeah,
life.
lucky you got a happy
Now I
birthday
gotta
from me.
donate to Africans or some blind school. Get the fuck. I'm not going out to the car to get my wallet. I'm not doing it. My wallet's in my car. The other day I called the doctor. Can we have your insurance card? Anthem. Can we have the number? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I got referred for you from a fucking doctor. You think he would refer me if I had no fucking insurance? Well, call back when you have the number. And then I gotta wait another 80 days.
Yeah.
Anthem. Write it down and give me a fucking appointment. The lady just like froze. Why? You know I'm calling you. I'm fucking legit. And you want to break my fucking balls now. Or call me back. No, I ain't calling you fucking back. And say something. I'll call your fucking supervisor. It's Anthem. I got a reference. You know the doctor? Yeah, we will. Then what the fuck? You think he would send you a fucking deadbeat? The fuck is wrong with these people?
It's
unfucking believable.
I went to physical therapy, and they go fill this shit out. I go, I was here already once. I how many
Tell
times
your
I
mother
gotta
to
fill it out?
We're gonna send you a pro packet. What's your medication? Listen,
I know.
You see my wife next to me?
Yeah.
Don't ask me a fucking question unless I got people, my sister today. So what kind of, what do you bother me for?
I just know.
I don't know nothing. I'm telling you what I know. It's foot fungus. Well, what type? You know, where'd you get it? Who cares? Who cares?
What disease did your
You
daddy
see my
have?
wife next to me? She got all the paperwork. What bank? I don't know. Bank of America. Everybody goes to Bank of America, right?
Yeah.
The fuck is wrong with people?
I don't. I got to fill out. Like, I didn't. That's the reason I quit school. I didn't like filling shit out.
No.
I don't want to fill
Every
shit.
time you call a doctor, we're going to send you a package for what? I got to get there 10 minutes early. Now I got to bring reading glasses and fill stupid shit out. Have you ever had hepatitis? I don't fucking know. I had chlamydia and it disappeared one day. Okay, it stopped leaking. I never heard from it again.
Has your dad lost any toes? What the fuck? What really gets me is when I walk in, not even hello, what are you here for? Insurance and I motherfucker, slow the fuck down. Do I look like I'm gonna rip you the fuck off? The first thing
I fuck with them now. Occupation, savage.
Yeah.
You know, oh yeah. What'd your father die from? Heroin.
Yeah.
What'd your mother die from? She got stabbed 20 times because she was getting raped.
Okay, Louis.
And I love when they read the paperwork. They look at it and they look at me for a second. And then they know I'm not fucking around. I'm not here. What's with the questions? I got fucking sick. I got diverticulitis, whatever the fuck it is.
So there's two.
Why are you asking me fucking questions and making me talk?
So I'm in fucking physical therapy this morning, and the dude, he used to play football. He used to play halfback for the Giants, but now he's. So they have me on this thing doing this. I go, this is gay. I go, I laugh at people in the gym doing this
30
shit.
minutes. I got to pay $80 to do this. Come on. Get up, Mongo. Let's do this right. Bend the fucking knee.
Shoulder.
Let's go. They did the same shit to me, too.
I know. Massage me. Make me come. Do something.
Yeah, I'm not
sitting
paying
there.
$88. Insurance don't want to cut it. Then they want to Michael needle me. Like, a little fucking needle. It's like fucking a little... whatever, with the little dicks. It's just a little fucking needle, a little Filipino dick.
I'm fucking
they
around.
shut up with one of those little fucking gumball dicks. Yeah, this is going to change your life. It ain't going to change my fucking life.
Listen.
Give me the jap with the long fucking needle. That's what works.
I'm fucking around with rubber bands.
How do these people react to you saying this? I'm just imagining like a 22-year-old kid
I'm
answering
done,
the phone.
guys. I'm 62, and I've earned this fucking right as an American. I pay taxes. I was a felon. I did my time. I paid taxes, and I fucking deserve better treatment from medical and all these fucking idiots. And you got to call them out from time to time. If not, they'll keep fucking with you.
Well,
they keep fucking with you. Why do I have to go get my insurance card? I told you I got insurance. That's all you need to know. Anthem. ANTHEM. That's it. What's the number? I don't know. 21963. Do the fucking math. I don't fucking know.
Now I got to go play 219.
You get so like fucking like I'm not into it no more. Like I'm just not into it no more.
I don't.
I'm done. I've already lived through 4. We already took down People's Express. I took down People's Express in '84. It's 2025. Yeah.
And MCI.
I took down Discover card by
Let me
myself.
tell you something.
I took Discover card. They sent me those checks, those blank checks. Remember? They would send you the card, but then they say those blank checks. That card was cut up, and I still was using those checks. I would have to show up with a feather with blood. Yeah. How much?
When I had my painting business, I feel bad. I gotta hook these paint stores. Used to give me paint on credit. Anytime you gave me anything on credit, you never saw
You
me
ain't
again.
gonna see me again.
What the fuck is wrong with at the bar where I went to? They had me on the sign with the absolute deadbeat list because I was passing bad checks. You know, what the fuck? They took them.
That was a Sunday. Like Sunday, you woke up with no money.
Yeah,
I got checks. I got money. You know what I'm saying? Sunday's a good day to write a check. Nobody could check them out. You're in there buying fucking, yeah, give them a couch.
Yeah.
Fucking.
This is why they ask for your numbers on the phone now.
Fuck you.
Let me tell you, checks were
you.
like money, man.
Dog, I used to work for this company in Fairview. The guy was a scumbag. He was like a fucking, he was a carpenter's helper. It was $7 an hour. And I would go and he'd go, oh, the first 2 hours you don't get paid because it's in the car. He would just do douchey things. I still remember a couple times not having lunch money and him not even offering. Like he just did a bunch of douchey things. And then he was supposed to meet me one fucking Friday. And he never showed up. It was like a $60 check. I was living with George. I go, George, drive me down to this guy's house. I just kicked the back door in. I took his Dom Perignon and fucking Magnum. I took a bunch of shit.
That's right.
He had like $180 to go. I took George drove me to a couple places. Well, I said, George, I'll be
Allegedly.
right back. I just kicked the fucking door down.
Well, I tell you,
No, allegedly it happened. It was 40 years ago. They can't fucking take me to court now. He had a roommate that wouldn't give him $200. I stole his car stereo and the government check he got. And cashed it. And cashed it like a motherfucker.
I was working for this club, this guy that booked rooms, right? That's when I first, and he got kicked out of his house. So he had all his shit in his hotel room, right? And I was working the hotel. He booked a room there. So this motherfucker, after my show, didn't have my money. I went and took his TV, right? Not his TV. And I come home with it. My ex-wife goes, oh, so you working for a microwave next week? But that TV lasted 8 years. I took his TV. This carpenter didn't pay me. I took his Sawzall, whatever. It's a, expensive saw. Listen, just give my fucking money. I don't want to have to steal your shit. I don't do it now, because I'm getting paid. But back in the day, and even if you did pay me and left shit around, I go, you didn't pay me enough.
Dude, I forgot you had a painting business. One of my favorite things to watch online is when they don't pay a contractor and the contractor destroys the shit that they did.
Yeah.
That must feel so good.
Well, and I say this on stage, but I was fucked up. What I would do is I would go to the garage sales and I would buy like these old golf clubs for like $5 a set. Rusty old golf clubs. So then I go to a coke dealer. I go, give me $1,000 on credit. I'll leave my golf clubs as collateral. I said, don't sell my clubs. So come Friday, I owed everybody in town money. And I had an old Dodge pickup truck. So I would have my workers paint my truck with house paint. So I had a different color. Dear Voss, he had a red truck. That's shutter green semi-gloss. I would paint my Dodge truck. I would paint it different colors every week. And then I was fucked up. This is my life then. Not now. People would pay me, for Benjamin Moore paint. That's good paint. And I had the Benjamin Moore cans. So I would go buy the $5 paint and pour it into the Benjamin Moore cans, then show up at the house with Benjamin Moore with shitty paint in it. I'm driving away, the house is already peeling and shit. But I made amends to some people, said I'm sorry. I was back then.
And their house is still shitty. They said they still missed the wall.
Yeah.
Man, I'm thinking of writing another book.
Yeah.
And I have a couple of ideas for different books, but one was, and it would be embarrassing, it would be the life of an addict.
Yeah.
And some of the shit, I said it all, but there's some shit that you think of and you go, what the fuck was I doing that day? I still remember dumping an ounce of coke in a bathroom hotel in Denver, and for hours kneeling on my hands and knees, just licking the side of the bowl. And you wonder what the fuck is wrong with me. Underneath, because the water threw the coke up, so the coke would turn brown on the toilet. and I would just take it and put it in my nose for hours.
Why'd you dump it? You thought somebody was coming?
Okay. I was living in Boulder with my girlfriend at the time, and I got a call one night. She called me, and she goes, your friends are in town. They're at the airport. They're waiting for you. So I got in my car, drove to Stapleton Airport, and when I pulled up, the guy's like, bro, I know who you're looking for. Those 4 gorillas, I put them in a cab, and I sent them to the strip club, the real popular one. No. This is in Denver. So it's a big one in Denver. And I go, okay, something Charlie's. I took the cab. I walk in. Everybody's dancing to strippers. My 4 buddies have a stripper surrounded. They're throwing her up in the air. You know, I'm like, oh, my God. So I'm like, what are you guys doing? They go, we got a hotel across the street. We got 4 ounces of coke. And I'm like, what the fuck? And they're bringing strippers over. But he bought a whole block there was 4 of them. And he bought a whole block of hotel rooms upstairs. I don't want to say his name. And fucking, we were up there for like 2 days. And they got so paranoid, they were hiding the coke. You know where you take the tissue paper out of the wall when you wash your hand? They were taking the tissue out and hiding it in there and closing the tissue. And so they had 6 bathrooms with the coke hidden in those tissue compartments. So, I don't know, we woke up 2 days later and they're like, we got to go back home to North Bergen. And they had like 3 ounces of coke. So he goes, take 2 of them and send us the money. Okay.
Yeah, good.
Sure, I'll send you the money tomorrow. This will be gone. And I went back to Boulder, left that ounce in my house. And me and my girlfriend at the time, she drove me to the hotel. And she goes, I have to go back home to do something with my parents. But I'll be back at 11 to spend the night with you and we'll finish doing the coke. I'm like, okay. I go stop at a liquor store. It was 1 in the afternoon. I go up to this hotel room. I'm in there doing coke, watching TV. And also I'm starting to get paranoid. Like 30 minutes later, and I go, let me look out the window. And it's one car after the other. A car would pull up, and then 3 minutes later, the car would pull up, and another one would pull up. And I'm like, oh, fuck. They're switching cars on me. And I'm hearing zzz, zzz with a drill. And I'm like, holy shit, they're going to put a bug in the wall to see if I'm doing coke, right? And it's 2 hours later. I'm sweating profusely. I'm by the window, and still the cars are stopping. 2 minutes, and then they take off, and another car pulls up.
You watched it for 2 hours?
For 3 hours. I was paranoid. I was on my hands and knees sweating. Finally, I hear people talking in the hallway, and I go, fuck this. Oh, no. It gets better. They have a tub of water in the room. You know, like every hotel has a little thing of water. I filled it up with water, and I threw a Coke rock in there to see how long it would take for the Coke rock to dissolve in case they came in, okay? It was a big Coke rock, and like 12 ounces, maybe 16 ounces of water. You're going to love this. So now I'm still fucking banging it out. I got no shirt on. I got like, you know, like when you order the porn, but you don't have enough money. So the porn would come in sideways. So you'd have to jerk off on your back and catch like little things. My dick's not getting hard. The whole fucking thing. I'm going through an hour of this, and finally I'm hearing people coming up steps. And I'm like, the DA is here. I'm looking out the window. Cars are pulling up and then pulling away. And I took the fucking what I had, and I dumped in the toilet, and I flushed the toilet. And I could see the coke going down. And we were like, and after I dumped it, all the drills stopped. Everything fucking stopped, right? So I'm just staying there for hours, and I'm just licking the coke off the fucking thing for hours. And my phone's ringing in the hotel room. I'm not answering it. And finally I go, fuck, I'm thirsty. And I go and I grab that water with the Coke rock. Now I'm talking to myself at this point. I'm so out of it. I'm like, you know, I got to get my life together. I got to go back to church and shit. I drank the water with the Coke in it, and my voice disappeared. I started talking like Mickey Mouse. So my wife is calling me, who's my girlfriend at the time. She's like, what are you doing? Do you still have any Coke left? I'm like, I couldn't talk. So finally I got dressed at about 3 a.m. I went downstairs to see if there were cops. It was a fucking ATM machine, like a drive-through for like something. They were pulling up and leaving. I'm like, God damn it. That was like the 8th time I had dumped an ounce of Coke. One time I thought there were dogs out there. When I went out, there was fire hydrants. I'm like, oh my God. I thought they were fire. And Carl, the redneck I was with, kept yelling, they got dogs. We went out there the next day, it was fire hydrants covered with snow on it.
I fucking, one night, I mean, I smoked all night. I don't know. And I stayed at my mom's house. And I was getting dressed, but undressed and I was naked or something, and I thought I saw a rat run across the floor. I thought. So I took a plate of peanut butter and put it in the center of the floor, and I made a net out of one of my mother's stockings and a hanger, and I was sitting on the couch, half naked, holding a stocking net with peanut butter on the floor. And my mother walked in. She goes, "Rats? No." I mean, the shit that goes on in your head. I'm so glad that
I don't do that
I don't
shit.
know. I'm sure you, but I'm on borrowed time. I should be dead from the shit I did. This is fucking. It's amazing that I could sit here, laugh and talk, about some of the crazy shit we used to do. I bought my friends go, "Get me an eighth of Coke." So I got them an eighth of Coke. And they go, "We'll be asleep. Shove it under the door." Shoved it under the door. I made 5 trips going back that night with the fucking hanger, pulling it back.
Taking a little bit out, putting aspirin in there.
Oh. By the time they woke up, there was maybe, a speck left. I would, man, it's just, Coke fucked up people. Like, if there wasn't Coke in the 80s, it was just pot or alcohol, whatever, I'd probably have like a regular life. Coke fucked everything up.
Everything up.
Fucked it up. Like, I wouldn't even snort anymore. To me, that was like reading a book backwards. I'd be at a party, you want to snort Coke? What are you wasting it for? Shut the fuck up. I'm not snorting it. But, after that bottom that I had up in Boston or wherever the fuck I was, whew, it was a bad run. A bad run.
I'm thinking about where Nikki lives now. That building was a fucking war zone. And we had friends that lived in that building that they would get so fucking paranoid that they would tie a string around their wrist and tie the string to the doorknob. So if anybody came in, they could hear the wrist. And let's even get deeper. Your friend, God rest his soul, used to put parachutes on his cocaine because he lived on the 30th floor. So if the cops came in, he would throw the coke out the window and they would land down on the floor with little parachutes. And he lived on the 30th floor. He got so paranoid that he greased his balcony. So if you tried to climb through it, he would fall off. Oh, fucking die. That's when you're fucking paranoid, when you grease the balcony. So if Spider-Man just happens to be in the fucking neighborhood,
because everybody thought that
you're going to fucking kill him.
When you were high, you thought people could climb buildings.
Oh, my God. I was in the halfway house, and I got a furlough. And my in-laws said he could furlough here. They were really Catholic, so they put me out in the trailer. And it was the dead of summer. And I went in the house. I stood with them till about 9:30. I couldn't wait. I started yawning like 9:30. I had an 8-ball waiting for me outside with like a case of Lone Brow. And it was really good Coke. It was 80 degrees that night. I remember being in there at 4 a.m. and seeing people with white, dressed in white, with the trees all had snow on them. And they had the fucking rope with the machine gun in one hand. And they were going down. And fucking, I'm like, oh my God, I'm throwing the Coke away. It fell that day. It was all over the floor. So I'm like a Vietnam vet, pretty much crawling, bumping into an 8-rock over there, going, oh boy, there's another one. I stayed on the floor for like 4 fucking hours. And then I sold Coke in a halfway house. And that's why I really saw paranoia. There was a kid that called into the podcast, Alejandro Reyes. I loved him, Mexican kid. I would give him an 8-ball of Coke and he would shave for 12 hours.
He would do what?
Shave. The next day he wouldn't have no skin left. Like you could see where all this and all this was different than his skin color. Because he would sit in the bathroom all night with a towel on with shaving cream, shave and snorting Coke.
The fuck?
Dude, we've been doing the podcast for like 13 years. I've heard a lot of Coke stories. And it doesn't sound like fun.
Listen, man. When you're fucking in it, you're in it. Yeah. And you think you're having fun. Like, it's really, people say, what's that definition of insanity?
Yeah.
Doing the same
something
thing over and
over and over with the same results. After a
Expecting
while,
different results. Yeah.
you know, I still remember like buying Coke just to get paranoid, like hiding under my bed. I still remember nights when I left 3 different hotel rooms. Like go to a hotel room, sit down, snort a line, and go, we got to get out of here. And drive a mile to a hotel next door and get another room and sit there and go, we got to get out of here. I did all that crazy shit.
I would do it, and it'd be 3 a.m. I'd be sitting outside my mother's apartment, and I would just walk laps around the block to try to walk it off.
I wouldn't walk outside.
I walked, and you could hear my footsteps. It was so quiet. People are going, what's this guy doing? Walking, the cops, what are you doing? I go, just exercising, you know. But you would do it just to come down from it. Like, I'm so glad. You know, you can. The fact is, if I did it now, I would die with all that
me
shit
too.
in it. That shit in it.
I would just die.
Yeah.
I just know that.
Well, I have money too.
I just know that I would drink a Budweiser and do a line. First of all, I had the opportunity this year. It's going to be 18 years I haven't touched that shit. And last New Year's, I know when people are doing it. I'm a comic. I go in the bathroom and I hear, you know, I know. And it doesn't bother me or affect me or make me relapse or anything. But this last New Year's, I went to a party after New Year's that I wasn't really supposed to be at. And I went in there anyway. And they were snorting Coke right in front of me. And I go, you know what? I'm going to sit here and watch this theater like people watch me. It's a theater of pain. They don't even know. That's why, if anybody should got Academy Award, it's Boogie Nights. When the 2 chicks are talking in the bedroom, and she goes, do you want to go for a walk? And she goes, so do I. And she goes, not really. And they're doing it it was a perfect cocaine conversation. They hit it out. Julianne Moore, she's having a fucking thing in there with the skinny chick that used to bang that dude from the store. Heather Graham. And they're talking and they're doing coke. And she goes, let's get out of the house. And she goes, let's do it. And also girl goes, no, I don't really want to do it. I'm like, these guys are a good consultant. Yeah. You know, the scene in Boogie Nights. Dog, I went to a house one night where there was a fucking white dude that I knew, a manager at the Improv. And he had a little Chinese gay guy over there with little diapers on and shit. And I'm like, oh, shit. This is right out of Boogie Nights. And there was somebody else over there, I'll tell you after the podcast. And I was like, God damn, it's real. It's real.
Let me tell you.
It's craziness. It's fucking craziness.
I told this story. It's a famous story I told on the radio, my short story. So we used to cop from these 2 gay guys in East or West Orange. They live in the high rise. I'll say it, Doug and Dickie. It's on my first album. I told the story on Opie and Anthony, Doug and Dickie. So we'd go up there. I'm going to use fake names. Me, Bill, and Tom. And every time we go up there, like Dickie, the light-skinned black dude, would ask one of them, hey, come upstairs. I got to show you something. Give them tons of Coke. Ask if he could blow them. And supposedly they said no, right? Now, I'm going up there week on week, week after week, and Dickie's never asking me to go upstairs. And I'm starting to get a complex. You know, like my mom's like, calm down. He'll ask to suck your dick. Give it time, right? So I went up there. Remember those basketball shorts with no pockets? Man, I had basketball shorts on, no underwear. You could see like just my ball bag, right? I'm going up tonight. Yeah. He's like, hey, Tom, you want to go upstairs? Leave that fucking homo down here. Basically, like. That's how ugly I was, that he never invited me upstairs.
A poked up gay guy. Never even want to suck your dick. That's not good for the ego. Huh?
That's not good.
Because all you need is you should have gave him a whistle. You know, I'm like, gay guys love whistles and shit. Tell him you blow a little whistle in his muffler. He would have gone fucking with bots.
Dude, there's no one who loves gay guys more than Joey, and you invent sexual stuff for them. How are you gonna blow a whistle in someone's asshole?
I don't know, but if anybody could figure it out, it's a gay man. They're fucking crafty. They'll figure out how to talk you into blowing a whistle up your asshole. Listen, somebody talked the Indians into selling New York. You could always talk somebody into doing something creepy at 4 a.m. when you got a bank book and they don't. You know what I'm saying?
Bad checks, coke, drug. You know, listen, I look back, I'm glad I did everything I did in life.
Me too.
Because it put me where I am now. You know what I'm saying? You know, you are where you're at when you're supposed to be there. And, you know, that was just my life, all the shit we did. But we did have fun. After high school, my friends and I, man, we went to parties. We had a good time. And then those good times, well, you know, you leave one set of dudes, and then you're hanging with dudes that do more. Then you're with the next level of dudes, and next thing you know, you're in rehab. Next thing you know, you're like, your mom drops you off in the morning, and
You know, I
you
always
just
think
walk.
about my divorce from that poor fucking girl. That girl lived through hell. And one of the things I remember the most is I was supposed to go to her brother's wedding. I was supposed to go to brother's wedding about a month before. This is when I was crazy. I bought well, I'm still crazy, but I was real crazy then. Like 2 weeks before that, I bought an ounce of Coke that was so good. And I was such a junkie that I gave it to a friend of mine to hold in his safe. And I said, do not give me this
Yes.
till February, whatever, the day before the wedding. Do not give me this. Even if I threaten you, do not give it to me. And something happened, I never bothered him. And the day before the wedding, I went over there about 3 p.m. And I was supposed to take a flight at 6 a.m. to take me to Denver, and then the car would pick me up and drive me to Boulder for a wedding. I had a dog then. What was his name? Hercules. I had a dog. And about 4 p.m, I just started doing a couple lines. One line led to another. About 7 o'clock, I said, I need a cocktail. I went, I said, I could buy a bottle of tequila, but I'll buy everything now. A case of beer, a case of this. I was by myself, guys. Then it was midnight. Then it was 5 a.m, and that dog wanted to go out to pee, and I wouldn't let him. I'm like, you ain't going out there. There's the boogeyman's out there, Hercules. And I went straight, like I didn't go to the wedding. The phone kept ringing. I didn't leave the fucking house. I didn't let the dog out till Saturday at midnight when the cops came. I was calling the cops on myself. I was like, there's somebody out there. The cops would come around. You know how many times I called them that night? 3 times. Every hour on the hour, I called them, there's a burglar out there. And the last time they came, they're like, Joey, put away the bag. They're like, do you want us to take it and we'll bring it back tomorrow? I'm like, no, what bag are you talking about? I had it hidden in the sink so I could hit it with the disposal. And I kept putting my hand in there going, I'm going to lose my fingers. It was fucking terrible. And I still remember like Sunday, I had no Coke left, and I'm still trying to masturbate. And I'll tell you what I was watching. I was watching The Girl in Red with, what's her name? The pretty girl from the 80s.
Not
I mean,
Kelly.
this is 1986, so
Kelly LeBrock.
Kelly LeBrock shows her monkey for a little split second when what's his name calls her from the window. What's his name? Gene Wilder calls her from the car. She throws the blanket up and gets up, and you see her little bush for a second. I figured out how to freeze it on there. Like I just froze it on that bush, and for 12 hours I was like, this has to happen. Nothing ever happened.
Wasn't
That's embarrassing when you're trying to jerk off and nothing happens. And if you have Coke, how many times did this happen? You have Coke and you call a girl and she's like, I'll be right over. But then you actually jerk off and come and you're like, I'm not letting her in.
Yeah.
Fuck her. She can knock out there all night. She's out there banging on the door. Hurry up, it's me. That's it. I already came. I'm keeping this Coke.
I didn't have, this wasn't Coke, but I was working Rascals, and I picked this girl, Rascals down the shore. There was a club down in Ocean Township.
35,
And I picked this
34.
girl up. So I take her to the diner. I get her a burger, whatever. Not the deluxe, but the burger. And, you know, you don't get fries yet. So then we get in the car and we're making out. She goes, I can't make out in the diner. So then I pull next door to the car wash. She goes, what's wrong with you? And there was a hotel across the street, like a crack hotel on the other side. So I pull in the hotel. There wasn't a car in the parking lot, not one car. So we're in the car before I go in. We start making out, and she either blows me or gives me a hand job, and I bust a nut. I go, I'll be right back. So I go in the hotel. I walk back. I go, oh, man, they're all sold out. Right? She goes, there's no cars here. I go, yeah, it's a crack hotel. They don't have cars. I mean, I gave her one of my CDs, but still. Take this with you. But yeah.
What
But
CD?
when you're into drugs, you get creepy about that shit. There was a chick I really liked before I got married, and I would team up with her whenever I was doing coke. But I started to learn her period schedule, so I wouldn't go over there those 5 days. And she would call me, come over, I'm horny, not tonight. I'm not sharing coke with you. You're bleeding, bitch. I'm not going. We're some greedy motherfuckers. I did a podcast with Theo. It's online, and he was talking about it. How many nights he would get coked up, call a hooker, and get so paranoid he wouldn't let him in. He would slip money out the hole and say, go away. and then he let one in, and the next day she got sick, and he took care of her for a week. And he goes, we're still friends, man. I like her.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Drugs take you to places that you never think you'd go, like sometimes. And you go, and you're like, I'm not going to do that again, but
yeah,
it was fun. It was fun. It was a fun fucking 20 years for me to do coke. I loved it.
It was fun until it wasn't fun.
Yeah,
until I started.
It's not fun anymore.
Once you
when my back started jolting in the middle of the night, I would get these jolts in my back at the end, and I'm like, I'm going to die pretty soon. And that's what stopped me at the end. That and my wife. That's why I said, fuck this.
I was at this bar at the Film Center, 40-cent drafts. I had maybe $1 for 2 drafts. I didn't know how I was getting back home. I was fucked up. This girl, I think she was hot. She came, sat at my table, and she goes, can I buy you a drink? I go, yeah. She goes, well, you got to walk up and get it. And she gave me $20. I walked up to the bar, ran out the door, and took off. And I go, it doesn't get any lower than that. Yeah. Then I was in like rehab maybe 2 or 3 weeks later. I mean, I just stole the girl's $20. And you think, oh, it's only $20. But you can't, you're like, you got no money. You got to figure out a way to get high. I snatched some shit out of this dude's hand. He punched me twice in the head. Next thing you know, I threw it in the pipe. It was soap. What the fuck you hitting me over soap for? And don't rip me off when I'm ripping you off. What the fuck is that about? I know. But it's, let me tell you something. There's no good ending.
No.
There's no good ending to that shit. No good ending. And, look, when he started, he had hair.
I had a lot of things. Brain cells. But it's... I gotta be honest, though. I get paranoid. And that's why I like weed, is because it shuts off. Like, people say they get paranoid on edibles. I really don't.
You like weed?
Oh, I hate it. It made me paranoid.
I don't get paranoid. I'm anxious about everything all the time. So the idea of doing drugs to make me more anxious, I would have been dead. There's not a chance.
When you eat pussy, do you feel like you have a full head of hair?
I put my head against it in the back.
You look up and go, damn, man, this is what I would look like.
Dude, when you were talking about the afros you had, when I had hair, I didn't do shit. I had a buzz cut for my whole life.
Get out,
I was
really?
so jealous of I wish I did everything. I wish I did the perm. What did you call it? The comb?
The shag?
The shag.
Oh, the shag, man.
The Jurag. The
shag was,
or whatever.
I never had shit. I had a cowlick. I had the worst hair.
You know what's funny? And this is anything in life. It all starts out fun and dandy and,
Yeah.
After a while, it just uses, and I ended up in prison over it. It's not something I kept doing, putting a gun to somebody's head. I ended up in prison over it. But the funny thing is that I stopped doing it when I was 44 years old. And it's so weird how I did more from the age of 44 to 62 than I ever did before that.
In your life, you mean?
So I could imagine if I wouldn't have done coke. So that's why I tell people now, you know what, man? Don't even fucking do it. Just smoke your reefer. Nobody ever went to prison over reefer.
Well, not now.
No, but nobody went to prison because they smoked too much reefer. Nobody goes to the hospital because they smoke too much reefer. Yeah, Lisa's over there. She's about to say, yeah, but they have lung infections. I don't give a fuck.
Oh shit.
That's not what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? You know, it's like, and so far in my world, I've been smoking it for 50 years. It's safe. It's safe.
It's definitely the safest one. He's
Yeah,
showing
you're a
us.
handsome guy. You're like Bon Jovi's drummer. Look at you, a little shag like Bon Jovi's organ player.
I'll have you send
With
that
the
to me, and
shag.
then we'll put it in the podcast.
Huh?
If you want, you can send it to me. We can put that
Yeah.
in.
You know, and it's weird to think about addictions and shit. Like, I thought about this yesterday in the shower when it fucked me up yesterday. I was thinking about Mother's Day. And I'm like, you know, man, I've been in prison. You know, I lost a daughter. I've had a lot of heartache. And comedy's rough. You know, it's really rough what we do. I think the roughest thing was getting up for 45 years without having a mother. You know, that's been the roughest thing I've ever done in my life. You know, like it never goes away, that pain. So if I could outlive that, I could fucking do anything. So I'm happy I stopped doing all that shit. And now I just smoke my reefer. I giggle like a fag. You know, I eat
gives
my
it a
mushrooms
whistle.
from time to time. I giggle like a fag, you know, and I enjoy it. It's better than feeling the way I used to feel before. And I never liked alcohol either. I can't just drink alcohol. That shit's garbage. I
Got me
can't do it.
sick.
I can't do it. I never really liked the feeling at the end.
See,
You know,
I was never close with my parents, but that taught me to be close with my kids. Like every day I watch my kids. Like I had them in the day. My ex-wife had them at night. Then when I turned 40, they went off to school. You know, and I didn't watch them anymore until like 3 o'clock. So all day long, I was bouncing off of fucking walls. You know, because you know I have my kids, and my daughter's going off to college now. You know, I'm not gonna bounce off of walls now, but still.
you're pretty calm for having a daughter going, but you already done this. You like that ad, the first kid, the mother's wiping down the kid, second kid, the kid's rolling in shit, and she just gives him a fucking,
Yeah.
you know, once you lived it, it's pretty easy. This is my first shot. It's you know, it's just scary. It's just scary to where your kid could end up if you make, like I was watching a movie the other day, and it was a criminal movie. And these guys are criminal, and they're leaving in the daytime with like kids in the house, 10, 8. When I was a criminal, the best thing about your life is you don't know if you're coming home for dinner. You just don't know, you know. I can't imagine getting arrested now and calling my daughter and going, I'm not going to be home for a month until my bail gets lowered. That's fucking insane. Like, I couldn't even imagine that.
So many kids now grow up like that, though. You know, I mean, they're, what the fuck? I couldn't, I don't know. I don't know what I was going to say, but it was good.
I had
some
I'm happy
serious
that-
fucking.
I'm happy that, you know, man, when you do what we do, when you do what anybody does, you've realized that you get busy, and I get it with parents that make a lot of money and shit, and then they start getting nannies, and you know what, man? I always wanted to be there. And I'm happy now that I could be at the softball games. I wait for her at 2:45. That means the world to me. For me to be home when she gets off the bus, and I'm outside. I'm not inside fanning my pussy. I'm out there with attention, looking at that bus driver going, thank you, cocksucker.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I make her sit outside and talk to me for a minute and check the mail. You know, I put her through all that shit. And I tell my wife, I go, I don't want to go home. The time I got in trouble was when I would go home and my parents would be home, because I would look. I would peep, you know, look. And you find shit that you're not supposed to find. And I don't want her to go through that.
No.
So come home at 2:45, feed the fucking cat, eat your fucking lunch or the late lunch, and do your homework. And I sit downstairs, and if she needs help with the homework, I go upstairs until my wife gets home. And I fucking enjoy it. I'd rather do that than go into the city and do a podcast and giggle with a bunch of jerk-offs.
Yeah.
I'd rather do that.
Listen, when I go on the road, I come home, fucking, I don't go to New York, what? So I can sit around with some woke motherfuckers? Shut the fuck up. I used to drive back after a gig from like, on a Saturday night from like Boston or DC to go to a game on Sunday, you know, and I'm not trying to say, Let me tell you something. If I'm lying, let a microphone break.
Where you at this week, Rich?
Well, this week I'm at Uncle Vinny's. I got a lot of shit coming up. Rich
Friday. No,
Voss
but let's
coming.
focus on this week because Vinny's needs a lot of fucking help. So Friday and Saturday, you're at Uncle
Point
Vinny.
Pleasant, Uncle Vinny's.
That's all you need to promote. Because I see it all the time. Well, I'm in Connecticut in September. Nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody. No,
Then
my
I got to
day-
remember. Uncle Vinny's, 9 o'clock, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Fucking.
No,
where
not
is it?
Sunday. Friday,
No,
Saturday.
Friday and Saturday. 2 shows. That's it. Point Pleasant, Lee, where you at?
I'm at Rodney's on Wednesday, and I'm with you on Saturday.
And you with me Thursday.
We're at the dojo?
At the
Shit.
dojo, yeah. We're
I
at
didn't
the
know
dojo.
about that one.
Well, guess
Friday,
where
I'm-
I am Thursday?
Friday, I'm with Rich. I'm going to go down there and fuck around with Rich. And Saturday, I'm in Philadelphia at Parks Casino. It's sold out, so don't even bother.
I'm coming to the dojo Thursday.
All right, I'll catch you in August, cocksuckers.
You're going.
That's the next show at the park. So
Oh, yeah?
if you're not, it's sold out.
That was fucking great when we worked there.
Fuck yeah, there's
That
good
fucking
food.
spray they put in the fucking
They don't
food.
fuck around, Parks. Parks is a high-level organization. I support them to the utmost.
That's
I
great.
support the city of Philadelphia. I like people who got no class. And I got no class either. So it works for each other. We got no class. Nobody has to hide shit. I don't have to drive down there and make believe I'm somebody. I'm just a Philly dirtbag. I'm going to go down there and go to Merlino's cheesesteaks, eat some of that gangster shit on Saturday, and that's it. From there, I'm going to shoot over, do the show, and I'm 42 minutes away. And we added a special guest. Rachel Feinstein will be there Saturday night.
Nice.
So we're rocking the motherfucking house. So
She's funny.
she's funny and she's a good egg.
Yeah.
She's a very good egg. So
You're
I'm
at
happy you
Parks and
came
I'll
on
be-
today, cocksucker.
I used to park cars at the London House in Denver.
At Denver.
In Denver, when I lived in Denver,
I never knew you lived in Denver.
just for 2 months, and then I couldn't get any coke, so I came back home.
You should have gone to Boulders where you get Boulders. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Lucky's. I used to go-
Thank you for coming on, brother.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you, Lee, cocksucker. You
Love you,
okay
buddy.
today? I only made you take like 300, so this is the zone now.
This is
So
the
we got
zone.
more ABXs next week.
I can't wait.
All right. Stay black. Have a great week. And I want to thank our sponsors for always having our back. Love you.